Recording in progress.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Morning, everybody.
Recording.
If you're gonna be on Zoom, you have to be on video. We'll go ahead and jump into the board minutes for August 12th. A motion. Other comment? Being done, all in favor?
I.
Alright. The first one's from Autumn Gerard. It's on a 2025 annual snow rodeo. It's pretty much showing them how there's a plowing, snow plowing stuff, and their new stuff that's out, and then just kind of explaining to, like the road crew guys, if somebody wants to go, we need to send that over to them.
Send it to Paul.
Yeah, please. Free update, and just they can get credit for it and stuff.
Is this the one that? Jim. Waller,
Walden to last year.
Someone did.
Someone,
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
two went last
I don't think
year.
it's quite here yet, but
someone
someone,
last year.
was it
One,
Wisconsin?
I thought Jim was the only one that went.
Walden,
I thought he was the only one that went.
he might be, I can't.
Well, I think if we're gonna do this, we maybe send different people this year.
Yeah,
This might be something that we'd like to insist upon for continued training instead of a voluntary.
yeah.
I mean, if
No,
they're
I
gonna
think
learn
it's
something and
legit.
get ideas.
Can't hurt. The next one from Justine Richmond, and this is on, Elena Gagano, participation in open Granite County Commissioners. We'll probably set this aside, and she wants it read during the agenda item for Elena. The lady supporting her. We just got that. Miranda sent a copy up to Blaine and let him read it over, but some of it's just, yeah.
Yeah, that can just put into.
It's another, from the Department of Transportation, we had one last week, it's wanting us to give it's on the Department of Transportation stakeholder survey, there's a little thing in here they'd like us to fill out. They send this out every year on what we think and what they're doing, and we can rate them that stuff, so. And that was on the fire report, we got like two of them here, one's Bivens and the other one's Mindy Rock, if anybody's giving us an update on what's going on, I mean, piece of equipment and what's containment. Next one from Department of Transportation. And this is a DUI task force annual plan for July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026. They approved it. This is something we sent in already that on the record. And that is it for correspondence. Any public comment on that? Okay,
Oh, well, she hasn't read the letter yet, so you can't comment till later on.
she hasn't, who's she?
Hasn't read the
This one.
letter yet. It'll be at 10:20,
Correct. She wants me to read it out loud.
at 10:20.
Not, yeah,
Okay,
Who wants you to read it out loud?
that Justine.
Policy is policy.
Mhm.
I did kind of peruse it a little bit and saw exactly what she's talking about. So, yeah, and we'll discuss it. It's pertaining to video, being on video during public comment is what that pertains to.
We'll go ahead and go into public comment since there's nothing on correspondence. Any public comment?
Yes, I'm Jacqueline Butler. I'd like to talk about these back taxes. Out of all the, about 13 pages, they can't do anything because they're 24-25 taxes. And there's 13 people on here that could, use a little nudging to get going. And there's 5 people on here, I don't know how they still are living in their homes. 2 which are county employees. So what are you gonna do? You gonna let them ride some more, or?
No, we're working on it, Jackie, right now.
By God, one time we let our taxes go on the old trailer, nobody had a problem putting a big red sticker on it. Oh, there's 3 people that should have big red stickers, and I hope you aren't considering raising the taxes.
We can't raise taxes.
Or the mills.
We can't, what people don't understand is the Department of Revenue certifies just exactly what a mill is worth. And then we are allowed so many mills through a formula that the Department of Revenue gives to the county. So the mills, we can't control the mills. We just distribute them the best way we can with the various funds that we have to distribute them with. We can't raise the mills.
Maybe you could explain that to Rachel. She doesn't understand.
No, we
You
can't
gotta
raise the
be
mill.
careful bringing up people's names.
Okay, the town clerk.
That's fine, but I guess we don't wanna get in saying people's names. Okay?
Yeah, well, they didn't have a problem raising my name in that article in the paper.
That's nothing to do with us.
But what I see is these taxes are getting raised. We're gonna get a less of a rebate this year. I found it ironic, one of the council members was on this list and he said, do me a favor, pay your taxes. I said, buddy, I'm not on this list. We have our taxes paid. But I see the town failing because a lot of these on this list are businesses. And so they're trying to pay for a new house, they're trying to pay for a business. Phillipsburg might look busy, but they must not be buying stuff. So if the subject comes up again, which I'm sure it will, because they need $16,000 to pay employment taxes. I hope you tell them no, we have nothing to do with that. Okay, thank you.
Come on up to restate your name
Yeah,
and please.
sure. So my name's Morgan Sandine. With my dad, Ray. We're just here to ask about getting a culvert fixed up above our house. So I don't know if we're in the public comment section or if we're in the.
Where's it at?
Going up past Annapolis right now, going up that way, that road, that county road going up to Franklin.
Was it the culvert's bad, you're saying?
Yeah,
Have you called Paul? Has he went and looked at it? He'll be in here and I'm not cutting you off or
Oh, yeah,
nothing. He'll be
no.
here in about 5 minutes or so. Can you wait and then we'll bring it up to him?
that's
Sorry,
fine. They
guys.
just said show up today, so.
No,
There you go. So,
yeah, no, but
Yep.
as soon as he gets here, we'll let and then go from there.
very good.
Thank you. Any other public comment? Oh, Jim?
May I address Jackie's?
Sure.
Okay, on the agenda, you're about delinquent taxes. And on the agenda, it is on the agenda to, where is it? Plan to collect delinquent taxes. This has been going on for a few months now, is because of the fact that our auditor suggested that we write off taxes, and then we looked at it and we decided that there were too many taxes to write off. There were people that were years and years behind. And so we are right now trying to form and be more aggressive on collecting back taxes, do more for it. So that's what this agenda is about. It's not raising taxes or we can't raise taxes.
And what time is that?
11:30.
That is
11:30. Okay, I see.
See what
Yeah.
they're planning to collect delinquent taxes, yeah. We're not raising, just trying to
Two
get
of them are
there,
county employees.
huh?
Two of them are county employees. One works in the treasurer's office.
Let's not get into that, that's, okay?
Well, you know,
Hey,
anybody else.
hey,
their
hey, hey,
Property is done.
hey,
One thing everybody's we're gonna be aggressive with everyone, we're not gonna
Yeah.
say because you're a county employee, get a slide. That is not the case.
Okay,
So right now, we're in the process of trying to get this all worked out to aggressively collect taxes in arrears.
well, three of them, their stuff should be gone. They should be living in a rental. Or not here at all, I guess. And five of them, they're just five you can aggressively go after. Because you can't go after them for the 24-25 taxes yet. I know you're a year behind. You're always a year behind.
We're trying, we've been working on it every week here for 2 months. And there's new laws now, but we're going through it, so we do it the right way, and so we know how to pursue hard, instead of just saying pay.
Well, Gail must have some luck.
We're getting there, I mean, we're working with them, it's not just.
Well, there's two people on there for sure. You need to put a red sticker on their trailers.
Any other public comment? One public comment, they're gonna put a cattle guard in out at the airport, Drummond Airport. They didn't do it, that Donovan didn't wanna do it, and I called him, I never did hear back, but last week he told Paul he didn't want to, well, when they had the fire, and they were landing the helicopters in there, they brought them tankers, and they can't make the corner, that cattle guard's too short, I think, so Frank Prince went up and moved the fence so they could drive in, but we need to square it up. And I said, go ahead. It's not there, running.
I have a nice comment about the airport.
Is this gonna be a good one?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's a great new sign. Merle Riddick is my hero. He ran for president 3 times. And hiked up and down Broadway with the sandwich board sign.
cool. I'm glad you brought something nice to the table, yeah.
They were gonna change the name. So nice sign,
That's
thank
pretty
you very
cool. I
much.
didn't know who it was or anything, I mean, no. Thanks, that's cool. Getting that fixed up pretty nice out there.
Yeah, I wish Butler Fencing could put a bid on fixing that fence. Needs some bracers, at the very least, it needs a few more bracers. At one time, we bid the whole fence. And we bid it brand new. And they didn't do anything about it then, but they said it was interesting that we came in less than the guy that did it to just fix it, the bad spots.
I don't remember. I must have been.
Oh, it's been about 10 years ago or better.
It must have been longer than that.
Well, it might have been, but it was when Mike was here.
Any other public comment? See Paul walk in, he'll be right in. Paul?
Morning. They changed my date on me.
Oh, poor thing.
It's getting close.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and, we got some people here to ask you questions. Right, and, we'll go ahead and jump right into you.
Okay.
Get started. Yeah, come on up and, you know these guys?
I think
Yeah, come on,
so.
this is Paul, this is Paul.
My hearing isn't so good, so I'll sneak right up in here.
Fine.
We're here just to talk to you about the possibility of getting a culvert fixed above where we live. It's an original installation. If it could be salvaged, it would still work, but what's happened over the course of however many years, that has plugged, and even the catch basin now is level with the road. And the culvert that goes under the road is plugged solid as far as I know. Men from the county have been up there a couple of times to try and unplug that culvert. Pretty unsuccessfully, just not having enough equipment to, what they tried to do was hydraulic remove this stuff out of the culvert from the bottom side. Well, the idea was good, but the firepower was underdone, so here we are. The whole thing now is plugged. You stand on the road, you can't tell there's a culvert there. Catch basin is plugged, the bottom end. They had a big shed with that too, so.
Where's it at?
51 Granite Road on the way to Granite. There's two of us on that road. We're the only ones really that are affected by it. The last time we made the stand on 9 feet, we had a call burst on me.
Yeah.
And of course, that batch of water, yes, was in the creek. The water that came down the side of the road, and when the dust settled or the mud, there was 2 inches partly clouded on our front lot.
It's right, and that's right above 51.
Yeah,
Granite Road.
Granite Road.
I'll come on, take a look at it, yeah. I mean, we'll
that
definitely
would
do
be
something
the
with it.
best thing.
Yeah.
Give you a better shot.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll come on.
Yeah.
We'll definitely do something with it. It'll be sometime this fall.
Yeah, that, your convenience, time wise, day wise, I don't think we're gonna have another cloud burst like on the show. And about 4 days, as old as I am, I can still use the practice on the Mexican dragway. Saying it works.
We'll do it.
Thank
Yeah, we'll
you.
come on, take a look at it.
It might not be a bad idea to call us before you come, but I'm usually there all the time, so whenever works for you. Thank you.
You know, have you write your phone number down?
Okay.
We do that? Yeah, put his name and phone number, and we have it too.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
What?
Get his name and phone number. I told him about that airport thing. I said that we were gonna put it in. He said no, but now we're gonna put it in.
Yeah.
Okay. Bring it in.
Actually, we've already picked the cattle guard up for that, so. But yeah, they just didn't wanna put it in, so. But I guess
Name for
when we're all done hauling the gravel and stuff, then that would be what we do. But
Yeah.
right now, I'd like to stay hauling the gravel so we can get rid of the belly dump and the roller.
Yeah. Cause he opened that fence and now they can drive right beside it, so it's good for now.
Yeah, we'll just turn it and get it how it needs to be, and then they can come and fence to it.
Yep.
It was the plan.
Sounds good to me.
We gotta do some fencing as well. on this other deal up at Traveler, so I mean, if we gotta fence it into the cattle guard, we can also fence it, we're gonna get a pounder from Cat. To, do the Traveler stuff, maybe we'll just get incorporated and do it all at one time.
Yeah,
All right, thank you.
thank you guys.
Very good.
Appreciate it.
Yep, sure thing. So that was our only concern, so we're good to go.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
We don't have to bring a shovel.
We might wanna give him one.
Thank you.
I'll bring my kids.
Other than that, go ahead, and what else going on?
We're just started at Georgetown, we're just started right at the very end, right now we're up at Dude Ranch, on gravel up there, trying to get some of that super top. Getting that done, and we're just gonna go around the lake, is our plan. So we'll start blading on Lake Shore maybe Thursday. And what we're gonna do with the gravel is, we're just gonna come right where the Forest Service stopped, we're gonna start. And then put our 400 yards, so it's all a continuous run. And we'll mag from one end to the other. And then we'll move to the next
Yep.
road. And
Sounds good.
when we're done with Georgetown, we're just gonna come back on into here. The plan is to head for Rock Creek, but that could change. But we're gonna keep hauling the gravel there till we're done. So
What does the East Fork look like? With the truck traffic and stuff?
it's it's terrible. Yeah, we're gonna put some gravel in there. I'm gonna see if we can get Jason to buy about 4 loads of gravel to put in there. They just plowed that down. Blackwood did. And it's trenched pretty good on the inside. There's nothing you can do about it, so damn hot.
Right.
But
That's on that corner.
yeah, we have to go right down that tail creek. And so we get him to buy a little bit of gravel, and we'll do the work if they pay for the gravel, where I thought that
Yeah.
we did Moose Lake. I'll talk to him today. And we're gonna be a while getting there,
Oh, yeah.
but we need it needs done.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Had a few people calling the Dunkelberg and done a good job, telling they did good, and they really appreciate the work out there, lighting that out.
Say that again.
I had a couple people calling the Dunkelberg Road, saying how good a job was, and thanks so much for getting that widened.
You get that once in a while.
Once in a while.
Other
Not
than
that
that,
you don't do
that's all
a
I
good
got.
job, right?
Huh?
Not that you don't do a good job.
Right.
You just get it once in a while.
Any other public comment for Paul?
Yeah, Paul, did you say you're gonna go all the way around the lake with that gravel?
No,
Oh, well, where is the line there?
that's all, it's county,
Where's the
but,
county line there?
well, it's about a mile in, so after you cross the dam.
Oh, past the campground there?
Past the dam, yeah, that's Anaconda Deer Lodge.
Okay, I was up there for the first time yesterday and I couldn't believe the amount of houses, and I was just wondering how many of those houses are in Granite.
Yeah, it's a lot of them
All
are,
of them to the campground.
a lot of them are, and a lot of them aren't. You know, and then same with the other side. It's pretty split up there.
And then where does the county line up here by Sandines? Where's the county line there?
By this Sandine here?
Yes,
City limits.
Well, yeah, see, but I don't even know where this 51 is. I have no idea where they did.
You know, like when they built the new substation
Yeah,
up there, they used to
They're
keep going
right.
up the Granite Road, they're the first one on the left up there,
oh,
Right before the granite turn, like you're
Yeah.
going to the ghost town,
yeah,
right before that.
I got you.
going
Yeah.
up Algonquin kinda.
so where's the line?
All the way up past the ghost town. Granite County.
The county line?
No, the county line.
What?
Where the town line and then becomes county. Sandine has to be in the county because he's asking Paul.
Yeah, he's in the county. We take care of it all the way right from the main road going out of town.
But Granite Road is all the county
All the way
road.
in This county.
Yeah, the whole road's county road.
Yeah, we take care of all of it.
So where Don D lived is town. And
Correct.
just beyond there towards Sam Dean, it switches to county.
Yeah, that road's county,
Okay, thank you.
and the side roads aren't.
Anything else? I guess we talked about that mag, but we're just gonna have to keep getting some.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's just not a choice.
Choice.
Don't wanna lose what we already have.
No, I mean, putting on all this gravel, maybe don't do something with it.
Right?
That'll just end up on the
Yeah,
ditches.
it's a bad plan. And I thought as soon as we're done with that, we kind of get caught up on some of this other stuff, we'll start hauling that sand. It'd be nice to haul it when we had them, for the belly dumps, but it just isn't in the cards, we're just gonna have to dump truck it and make it work. So we can get rid of that as soon as we're done.
Mhm.
But if we're gonna be held up a little bit, doing the rest of the blading on at Georgetown Lake, because we'll wanna finish that while we're up there before we.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The majority of that gravel is gonna be coming down to Rock Creek and Bell Creek and, you know, so it is what it is.
And I know like school's gonna be starting, so that back road the buses take, is there a way we can get that big hole back there, Durapatch on that corner
Yeah, we gotta,
or something? I know that they'll start playing or
yeah, right now.
knocking buses out.
Over the hill. Yeah, we're gonna dig that out and then fill it in and then put some, and then Durapatch
Okay.
again. There's something in that that busted out every year.
Yeah, right, yeah, from the start, it's always been starting right there on that
Yeah,
corner.
but now we're gonna do something. We're gonna lay a hot patch lower over it, but it'll just bust out again.
Yeah,
He'd probably dig it all up, put some riprap in there and then, I don't know.
yeah. It's on front of your radar.
For this season, won't, no, I'll be fixed before it.
That was good. Anything else? Any public comment? That's all I had.
Alrighty, well. Keep my sticky note, and get the hell out of here.
Thanks.
Well, have a good day, Paul.
Yep, see you guys.
Alrighty. We got the solid waste district's weekly reports here behind your agenda item. Okay, Bonnie,
Yeah,
I didn't see John's, your John's.
I read John's and that, and it sounds like he ordered another metal bin. I don't know if he's just ordering when it gets full, but I guess we need to ask him. Cause he said call to set up second metal bin, so hopefully he's getting another one there, so we're not throwing it on the ground.
Yeah,
So. That's all I have on that, and then. Sounds like Todd's gonna get with us and talk to us a little bit about his description.
Yeah, sometimes.
He said the fill-in guy's been out there some, so. That's good. Other than that, that's all I got on the solid waste stuff. I don't know if I never did hear from him if he went and looked to try to find a price on the steam or the power washer, and I never got a call, nothing from him, so. We left that in his hands,
yeah, we told him we need one to get one.
but I don't. Any comment on these?
so playing on this meeting scheduled with Todd and Megan that he wants to do on the 21st or the 22nd.
We can't do those.
Yeah, I talked to him about next week. We're supposed to get back to us on some dates.
All Are we talking about the job description still or?
Job description and more, I think he had questions on the solid waste policy. But I'm not sure what those questions
Yeah.
are.
I never heard a thing from him, I don't know
Yeah,
who.
so, but I think it's, a lot of it's just the day-to-day stuff, and if needs to talk to a commissioner, he can call
Well,
a
I-
commissioner, right?
I guess what we're going back on to emphasize is not, we never changed nothing, it's just now they don't go through Paul, it comes through us.
Hmm.
That's all, I don't understand all the, it's just making it harder and harder where it's just. We're not changing nothing,
Yeah.
he just gotta take care of his site like he was and move on,
That's what, yeah. need to
you
meet
know,
with them,
I'm not
resolve
arguing
it,
with you.
Yeah,
Cause I didn't know what this will help us come to an agreement, so we can move forward, well, I thought we were moving forward, we told him what to do or what he needs to do, and something breaks down, call.
there's still questions he has, I don't know what they are.
I don't. I guess we'll just wait to hear from them and go from there.
Okay, so then you will be available
Next week, yeah, we can meet.
on 21st, 22nd, which is,
No,
That's
that
not-
one,
that's not gonna
yeah,
work this week.
so next week,
He just
Blaine
wrote that
can't.
yesterday, so, and then it's not gonna work.
Blaine's
for us.
got court and that'll be next week.
so I guess we need to get in touch with them when and what time.
yeah,
Yeah, we
Brandon
did.
emailed him, yeah, ask him to suggest some more time.
Yeah. He hasn't got back yet.
Well, I need to know what time to be here,
Okay, well, yeah,
okay?
next week works for you though? or-
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll let you know when I hear
Next
from him.
week, yeah,
Yeah.
so not 21st, 22nd,
No.
okay? Okay,
I'm good. I will go ahead, we're a couple minutes early, but it's a solid waste administrative clerk's job description, we have it, we're behind this and whatever. Did Scott look this over, you know,
Yes, he has a copy. He has a copy.
did he have anything to say, or
No,
maybe we
not
could
yet.
get him to sign it and put it in his file, I'm gonna go ask him.
There's this.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
There it is.
Greetings.
hello.
Am I in the front row or?
You're right up front here.
Right up, just starting.
You're in the hot seat.
Just starting on you.
I'm not free.
so have you seen the,
Did you see your,
Yeah, I visited it once again.
okay, are you good with it?
Well, it's fairly general, I just, there's no specifics on it, you know, but. Yeah, it's, I know what I do, but there's a lot to it. I mean, you know, processing A101s. Sending out progress letters, processing and returning those, managing people's complaints and explaining the policies. Also doing motor vehicles, and taxes.
that has nothing to do with the solid waste though, so that's what you do with
Right.
Yeah.
the treasurer's office. Oh, they can't hear back there. You speak up. Speak up.
Okay, that's basically what I do more things than just solid waste, I mean, it's that. In my job description here, no, what I do is outside of that as well. So,
Yeah, we're just going over the solid waste stuff.
okay,
We just wanna make, we're going over everything, it's not just pick, everybody keeps thinking we're just trying to pick on people, but
Oh,
we're
no
going
problem.
over each and everybody's just, cause we haven't done it, we're updating it. We wanna make sure everything's good and that, and then sign it and put it in the file, we're just trying to get caught up on these.
okay.
If you need more time, and if there's something that you want changed or look, to bring to our attention, that's what we're kinda asking for, right? Yeah.
So I guess maybe we should go back and relook at this just a little bit because of the fact that when the solid waste project manager resigned, the treasurer came in and took over the administrative part of it. She came in and she said, I will take over the administrative part of it and if we can get a clerk and we'll pay the clerk out of the solid waste. And so that's all that was done. Nothing was really, it was more verbal. It was, a job description wasn't written. I see this is June 2017. And just, it kind of went. Then the solid waste project manager, the position was put upon the road superintendent. And so he had that position, and so there was still nothing. I mean, there was nothing. I mean, you worked. So what we're trying to do now is realize just what you do in that office for solid waste. And if there's anything that needs to be addressed here. And I visited with Ashley a little bit on just if we need to, there's things in there that need to be added to this job description.
I'm not sure what you're looking for. Are you looking for specifics? Jobs, the tasks that go along with the solid waste, clerk? Or are you looking for just a general secretarial position clerk in just general terms, meet and greet customers and things like that? Because there's no, specifics on, for example, the overages, updating spreadsheets, managing pay-goes and,
Right.
Reon payments.
Like the level of detail.
Yes.
Would you like a very detailed job description? Or is it more generalized?
I thought we was kind of sticking to the general, but we're just trying to go over and make sure the stuff.
Yeah, in general, but if you wanted in there, resolving customer complaints, that could be put in there,
Explaining policies.
yeah, explaining policy. It's,
Okay, my suggestion was, or my thoughts, my opinion is that there's things in his job description that aren't in here that he was doing. Things over and beyond what you were supposed to be doing, and you were just doing them because that's how you were trained to do them. And I know that the treasurer felt that these, whatever they are, I'm not sure exactly what duties that she felt you shouldn't have to do. It should come to the project manager, or in this case, to the commission. And I'm not exactly sure just exactly what those duties. But what I was wondering with the commission is if, because he's taken on so much more than what the former clerk was doing. I feel, and he's done an amazing job, I feel that his duties are way more than what's in his job description and he should be bumped up. That's how I feel about it.
Go through the regrading,
What's that?
regrade his position.
And so we're trying to get this just exactly generalize what duties you do, and if you would be still willing to do some of the duties that, and then you'd address us with, you'd come to us with what your needs would be. Blaine, help me out here.
oh, yeah, so you're saying, do some amendments to the job description and then regrade it. That, yeah.
Which, Scott can work on the job description portion of things, I can work on the regrading portion of things. It's a pretty lengthy process for the grading system. And
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
A suggestion for the job description, I think it should model, if I were to give my 2 weeks notice, it would have all the things in there, so the person that was applying for the job would see all the tasks that are available in the solid waste section, The outside duties, I don't know if you wanna, add that as,
like,
partial part.
as needed.
Yeah.
Is that something that you could look at this and you could address?
Yeah, I
Would you
think
be willing to do that?
I could add,
Okay,
I've got a copy of that.
okay,
Well, and on some of that too, like that you're saying, that you're specifically saying like overages and stuff like that, I mean. wouldn't that fall under the, like, work summary, it says functions of solid waste district, I mean, it's part of the solid waste, so I mean, I don't know.
Where's that called out to? I mean, that is kind of.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
I'm
it's
saying,
just stating it all out, I mean, you could put it in there, but, I mean, I don't know.
if it's needed, we should put it in, if not, then,
Right, that's why I'm just,
I mean, I don't know if that's. You wanna keep it at a higher level and not get into the weeds and the details or, you know, everything.
Well, you're actually doing more administrative part of it and have been since you started. I
Right,
mean, he's really stepped up to the plate and done an amazing job, I feel, with solid waste.
thank you, yeah.
right, I'm just talking about, you know. Like, under here where it put like summary of work, it says, you know, it says forms, secretarial and administrative duties relating to the functions of solid waste district. I mean, but that is. Like what you're saying, I mean, I guess we could put another little sentence there saying. including
That kind of covers
overlays.
it, I mean.
Yeah,
I mean,
covers
I'm not,
it.
I agree totally what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to make it really hard, but where it says it, if, you know, the duties he's already doing and that.
Well, this is so general that I think that Scott would be able to reword it in the actual duties that he does, that are not just clerical duties, but are in his job description.
Alright.
Look, when you say clerical duties, that could apply to any of these offices.
No, that applies to the,
I understand.
Clerical duties of the solid waste.
Because it's kind of the name. and stuff.
Now we're getting carried away.
okay, so what the benefit of this position was for the treasurer at the time is that she wanted another person in here in the treasurer's office, and she felt that, okay, she'd pull in solid waste, and then if there was time and there was work that clerk didn't do, that you could do supplemental things in the treasurer's office. I don't think it was set in stone, I think it was just, that was what her main idea, to pull it into her office.
I think it could just be a short paragraph added, that paragraph saying then including but not limited to, all state forms for the solid waste, resolving, customer questions, disputes, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can add a paragraph to add a little bit more detail, just to, you know, specific for the duties, but not so deep that it's, you know, so overwhelming. So
Okay.
just kind of surface cover those tasks.
Yeah, I just don't wanna get into it right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I think where the detail portion of things would come into is after, it has nothing to do with job description, it would come into like a standard operating procedure for that clerk. And we could definitely get more detailed into that. But adding the task that he's performing currently that is not included in the description, it can be in the summary or it can be further down
Okay.
the job description, but keeping it to a 2 to 3 page document, not a 6-page document.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Maybe get that, we're gonna get it back to it next week, so if we got time, then we get it on it and get moving on it.
I don't know if next week, well, we could try, Scott's only here one more day this week,
What's that?
he's only here one more day this week. So then that would leave Monday, that's probably not enough time for us to get the document to you to have on the agenda.
We can see what we can do and we'll
We can
get
try,
it closer to where it should be
Okay,
by next week.
a draft.
so what, the main thing what we wanna do is whatever you wanna be bumped, or whatever we feel you should be bumped, we need to know before we set budgets. Because we're gonna have to increase solid waste budget with your
That's our
increase in
big
your
fear,
in
getting
your
close
budget
to it.
benefits.
So that's a regrading, so I'll work on.
Okay,
So, I just, general question, the solid waste manager, I think, the road crew person, does that now fall onto the,
Us,
we're
you guys, you're the go-to?
we're the go-to,
Okay.
Yeah.
So for solid waste issues, I report and
Yeah.
then the site supervisors will report to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, if they call you something, you can just pass it on to us. Those towns, they know, we told them both,
Okay, I was just curious.
we've explained, we've had them in here, we've explained everything to them.
Okay,
Alrighty. Just wait to hear back and move ahead.
Yeah.
Thank you, Doc, good job.
Thank you. Thanks.
Fantastic job. Any comments on that? Okay, well, we go ahead and move into the next, or just a little bit. And we'll go ahead and jump into the dam tenders. The lake facts. 6428.52, we're 11.76 inches below full pool, we're at 30, right? Recommendation or?
I motion to say it, 30.
I think that's all we can do is
Yeah.
stay at 30. And that lake actually looks good.
Yeah. Any public comment on that?
Couldn't hear ya.
Any public comment on
On
the?
what? Couldn't hear ya.
They're talking loud, you can move up here if you'd like, but they're talking very loud.
Hey,
Yeah, you just, don't try to stir stuff up in here right now, okay? Don't do it.
Exactly.
Brett, that's enough.
I just want to be able to hear what you're
It's
saying.
on the lake shore, 6428.52, 11.76, below full pool at 30 CS.
Are the Indians getting their water?
Or what? Don't start this stuff.
I'm not, I'm just asking because when when the Clark Fork drops below level, then you guys need to let enough water out of the lake.
We gotta address to, there's other entities involved in this before we can just drop water out. There's a lot of hands involved in this.
That lake was put in,
I-
that reservoir was put in there for irrigation, not recreation.
Actually, it was electricity.
Anyway,
Don't have that anymore.
you made a motion, you second.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carried and passed.
Okay.
Few minutes.
Did you have any questions on it?
Then the sheriff's office here got a new rig.
What was that, Paul?
This one for the sheriff's office got a new SUV.
It was big budget every year,
Yeah.
trying to keep upgraded. I don't know.
I don't think they got a new car last year, did they?
I don't think they did. Oh, they just got, yeah, Scott just got that pickup last year, but I think it was ordered the year before, cause it was,
This is
Wasn't
a
it 20?
25 Yukon.
Yeah, the Yukon there, right, he was asking out of, Title III, I'm not sure you guys have looked at your Title III.
So we can pull some Title III for that?
Oh,
Yeah,
Scott,
yeah.
already signed that one.
It's, can be used for search and rescue.
Keep it in order.
But it's up, you guys were gonna look at that, and thought you haven't discussed that yet, where those, that Yukon was gonna come from?
Is it that vehicle right there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We already paid for it.
We're taking it out of the sheriff's office?
well,
But, yeah, that's-
he was asking to use Title III.
Okay, so then that needs to be corrected because she got it out of the sheriff's office.
Oh, well, maybe I'm mistaken, I thought I thought I saw the request for. You had an email to rack on this.
Okay, I just don't, I know we were talking about vehicle testing.
Okay, so let me understand, we usually rotate, do. Every other year rotate out his vehicles, is this not the vehicle that's being rotated out?
I think this
This
is something extra. I
Another
think this is
vehicle
something
that's being
extra,
taken
yeah.
out of title II.
That's my understanding. but-
Okay, so it's.
Just for like the K9 unit deal or something.
Here.
We'll call over there and see if he's there and see if he'd come
But
over.
or have Sarah. Sarah.
Hey, Black.
Hmm?
You got what? I will sign this one. Last one. Verizon bill. Don't want that getting help. This is not getting yelled at enough.
I'm not. How you doing?
Good, Scott, how are you?
Haven't seen you forever.
Oh, it's been a
long time.
You guys have me on the agenda?
Yeah, just a couple more
Yeah,
minutes.
no problem.
Here with that Forest Service
With the,
support letter.
with the working group, yeah, with the letter, yeah.
Yeah, you're on Tim. I have to get caught up here a little bit. We're just a little bit early. Staying busy, Sean?
Plenty busy. Not anything productive or good, but stuff like this.
Yeah.
How about you?
No, it's been pretty dead. Got a couple little things. I bid some jobs. Boy, it's tough bidding.
Tow truck.
No, I got rid of the tow truck. Yeah, I just been doing a little road work and hung a little dirt and just kind of went back and did a little bit of logging for the state down at above the BL or that pond down there at Beaver Tail. Went and cleaned up some of that over pine.
Oh.
So
Huh?
just by myself.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Went down there.
Or by yourself work, there's
A lot of work.
There's a lot of little jobs
there. It was pretty nice wood in there. Yeah, Amy. Yeah, I talked to her about it and they set up a little thing there and just went in and cleaned up. So
Oh, Amy Helmer. Yeah.
she's a good person.
Yeah, she's good to work with.
You ever try to follow her?
Don't even try.
No.
I don't know.
I walk the road, I can't see one. I'll look out and I go by out the dozer, it was just, that was steep in there.
That is deep country. Where's Kate Fargo?
I took him in my yard.
Oh, lot more?
Yeah,
Yeah, you got a sawmill
yeah,
now? Okay.
yeah, I'll take whatever, if you find out somebody got a little sale and that,
Yeah.
I got my dozer and stuff, that's, I just went up there, like E6 and did it all by myself, and had a cell phone, Mark Tag all of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get with you.
Yeah, I do. Like, same phone number as always?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went out, I was gonna think about going to work for Mark Seth out at Coeur d'Alene.
Oh, he's.
Okay, so
Sorry.
that vehicle that we just did is their vehicle that they roll every year. The vehicle last week was the one with the K9 thing that we paid out of title III.
Okay, thank you. Well, please go ahead and jump into this, Sean, if you wanna come up and state your name, and that's what you're here for, please.
I think I left all my letters right on the truck, but hopefully you got them.
Yeah.
So I'm Sean Steinbach, one of the co-chairs with the Beaverhead Deer Lodge Working Group. You want that spelled or just say?
Now you're good, yes.
So you guys have that letter, what the working group has been pushing on the Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest to, adopt a travel management plan for the forest. They haven't had a legally enforceable travel management for more than 20 years now. We've been pushing on to do this, and it's causing resource damage. It's causing, for the eight counties that the, now 7 counties that the forest overlaps with. It's putting more pressure on the sheriffs. It's putting more pressure on FWP as far as enforcement. It's putting more pressure on, like Butte's Police Department, and so we've been hounding the Forest Service to get travel management in place, and it hasn't happened over the last 5 years again. And so we're putting a letter, as you can see, to Danes, Sheehy, Downing, and Zinke to see if we can get a little extra horsepower and some money and focus put on it. The last forest soup, Lisa Timchak was making a pretty good run with it, and then it just fell apart all over again. So we feel that commissioners hold a huge amount of sway with our elected officials, and we're wondering if we could count on you guys for letting us put Granite County on the list.
I'd go for it. We were in support of it before when we first started. Remember, Sean, we talked about pushing hard on it. Kind of fell through the gap, I thought.
It's been a long time.
These guys think, but I'd sure put a name on it, or if you need a letter of support, and step on up.
We'd just like to have your name on Show Granite County. I don't even think we were being specific with commissioners, but it's a big help to have county and commissioners.
Let's do it by a motion, Wayne.
I'll motion to show support on the letter.
I'm just reading this, the county support for a letter from the BHDL working group. What does that mean, from?
So we would be
You need a
ready.
letter from us, right?
They have a draft letter and just add the county's name to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, all right, I
Yeah.
get it, okay.
We just like, so our list of names includes, FWP.
So this is your list of names right here,
Right.
and I see we're not on it, you would ask us to be on this
You'd love to
list,
have you
now,
on.
that's what you're asking for. Okay. For you.
Second it.
I'll second it.
Public comment? Being none, all in favor? Go ahead.
Awesome.
Now I'll get a hold of you too, son.
Yeah, do that.
Some more on this too, but there's that other stuff we'll talk
But
about.
we need operators small, they can handle those smaller deals.
Okay.
And then I'll, when we sent this letter, it'll probably go out this week. I think this week or early next week, and I'll CC you guys and so you'll get a copy of it. But it'll look just like that, but it'll have your name on it.
Cool, thanks. Good
All right.
job.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of the day.
You too. Dad worked with him quite a bit in the woods. When I was logging, I worked with, I think it's a forestry. Sun Mountain and some of these others, he worked for this DNRC, good guy. Now we're a little bit ahead, we better wait a few minutes here. Next one's got revising county commission's meeting agenda. We'll wait for this.
Okay,
What do you think?
yeah.
Maybe we should just take that supervisor completely off there. Now,
Already.
We got our meeting tomorrow at the lake, right?
Yeah, 9 o'clock. Right at the dam.
Right at the dam, just pull in right there at the church.
Right in church, where Jackie will bring the vest and that for us, and we emphasize on if any public shows up, they should have their vest and hard hat. I don't think we're gonna have hard hats.
I have a hard hat.
My mom. And mine,
I got a hard hat, I got all kinds of hard hats and vests.
she'll bring the vest and stuff
I
for
think there's
tomorrow.
still 2 in my pickup.
oh, that's tomorrow.
Yeah, 9 o'clock.
Okay. Almost forgot it.
I might
No,
let you know that they're starting to send stuff out on flyers, so.
Okay.
I haven't heard nothing today, I
Okay.
keep looking on,
For what?
fires. I sent a truck to Jim's morning, just a truck for low boy, so.
For the one up,
Windy Rock up Rock Creek, some bad country,
all up Rock Creek.
yeah, out there above the old Cominco mine, coming around the backside in there. We out in there, it's terrible.
That's where that fire blew up the other day, Friday.
So you can't be there tomorrow either, can you, Miranda?
I can,
You can?
yeah, I canceled that appointment.
She canceled her doctor's appointment, so she's got a whole packet ready for tomorrow too.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll be there.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks.
She's excited, she said.
Yeah, well,
did you wanna just take the car up there and I'll ride with you? We
Yeah.
can meet here.
yeah, I think Jackie's coming here, we can either take the car
Okay.
or in my truck or,
What
no,
time?
we'll carpool.
Yeah,
I'll be here at 8,
okay.
so we'll leave here,
So what time we have to have 9 o'clock? Okay, So
8:30,
we'll just take the county car through.
that'll work. If
You
it's
can
available,
drive.
I'll make sure it's
You can
available.
drive.
Yeah, I can drive.
I hate that.
Or we can take my truck. 'cause it's bigger.
Yeah, it's all right. It's fine. I just don't like. Now I'm getting used to my new car.
Mhm.
I'm sad though. I'm still in mourning. Over my BMW.
Mhm.
And do you have a replacement now?
Hmm?
Do you have a replacement now?
Mhm. I got a Volkswagen. Her name is Vesta.
Alright, you got it.
That, it's meeting's on the agenda for tomorrow, right? It's showing on the website now,
No, it's not on this agenda.
it's what?
It's not on this agenda.
If it's not, I just have one commissioner go over them.
Did you hear him?
So what?
You don't
the
have it on the
problem?
agenda, I'd only have one commissioner guy, cause it's a public meeting if all 3 of you go.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, guys. I guess I wasn't, I
Do-
don't know what I'm doing.
And we have, the meeting is tomorrow, so it's not on the agenda.
So I just send one
So
commissioner.
I'll just go up and you guys.
Okay.
We'll just go up. I'll go up with them
Okay,
as the commissioner.
okay.
That work?
Yeah, I never. I
So
guess
we were
that's
supposed
my-
Yeah, no, sorry, I didn't.
That's my bad,
I've not
too. I
done
just
this.
assumed that, I'm not blaming you or nothing, I
No,
just,
it's
I never paid no attention, shit.
Yeah. But I just send one commissioner up.
No, she can record it too, Jackie's bringing some Gale, let her use a recorder, so, I mean, then we can bring it back next week and.
Okay,
I think we got pretty much everything ready to go up there, Glenn, but with the barriers in, they're going up today, look stuff over, where you been, now you know what.
Okay,
Green.
you'll have good notes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the main thing, just
Yeah,
walk around, there's,
and
usually
you'll,
we just
gotta
stand
have
there.
your jackets.
Yeah, probably ready to go. That'll be fine. Yeah, sorry,
Good thing
guys, I
you
missed
seen
that completely.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, and then we can bring it back, make sure it's on the agenda for next Tuesday, and you can give us an update, we can listen, or
Okay,
Yeah, I never even looked on it, I guess a daydream, I didn't pay no attention. I know we talked about it for quite a while, I just.
Yeah.
Keep reading. He was gonna make sure and check the thermometers and everything today. He said they're working good. Pulled them trees out. They're supposed to weed spray. Ben said they'd get there.
Ben said they got to it.
Okay. Cement barriers are in. We
Unless you'd
fixed,
rather go tomorrow to get an idea of what it's about.
You can go and I can finish haying.
they fixed that down in the bottom branch where that mold looked
Yeah.
like. That's all took care of. I think everything, and then we painted the.
Yeah.
And fixed the buoy.
Yeah.
New signs.
Okay, we have a list of what we've done
Yeah,
for him, and we've sent that in, right?
yeah.
With,
Oh, yeah,
and every
we
time we do something, we get sent in.
That we have to, so they, Burke's got everything.
And he'll find some more stuff for us tomorrow.
Mhm.
Never got that. Along the dam there was gonna sweep that, but our sweeper's been broken, and plus we've been doing other stuff, so. That he wanted that sand swept out of there so the water, but it's working.
We'll get to it. We'll put it on. We'll put the recommendation in our notes.
Yeah, he'll have some.
They're like OSHA, they always find something.
Really.
Plus we have that from Willow Rock, Bornson did all that, that's all done. The measuring of the dam, that's all took care of. I think we're good. Jackie, I've been talking to her pretty much every day about stuff. Oh, Jackie and Dan went up and did all the weed eating, so we got a big thank for them. Should compensate them somehow for doing it.
Paul just,
And nobody else.
Paul just texted that he's up there removing trees, that Cream wanted gone. He called, but the meeting was on.
Oh, Talon.
Yeah, Paul Talon.
Good. Yeah, I think we're good to go.
Okay.
I know. There was just a lot of little stuff.
So you're meeting at East Fork tomorrow morning?
No, the dam up at the
Georgetown.
Flint Creek Dam
Oh,
with Burke.
okay. I was just wondering. I can't keep it.
You come up here and sit where you can hear better.
You know, I've been sick for a month and I don't wanna be near too close to anybody, frankly.
I kinda feel the same, so I'll stay out there. I don't care.
You won't care if you get this. It'll put you down.
Well, why you in here if you got some?
Well, it's been over a month, Jesus.
Well, you're the one that brought it up, Jesus.
Well, I'm just being safe.
Well, we're just a few minutes early. We'll go ahead into the revising county commission meeting agenda template, public participation, verbiage, discussion, and decision. Seems like we get questioned on this, it don't matter what we put on, so I guess we're putting it a little more bolder, Blaine.
Yeah, it's at the top there in
Well-
green.
Miranda's getting bombarded with emails and it's during meetings, she's trying to do meeting minutes. I think the public comment, written public comment needs to be prior to the 9 AM start, so you guys could look at it then and consider it. If it's during the meeting, I don't see how it's practical unless you're gonna have another clerk reading those emails.
Yeah, and I understand, you know, we're getting 15 to 20 of them, and she's trying to make sure she hears what we're saying and get it in there right. So, yeah, it's just a. I agree. What do you think, Brian?
Okay, so what you're saying is the way I took this is that you wanted to change the template on the commissioner's agenda.
That's my advice, yeah.
Okay, and
Your decision.
what you want to change on the template is, do you have a new one that we can look at?
On the top.
It's on the top in the green.
It's in the green.
Is this the new one?
Yeah.
Where's the old one? I mean, we need to compare what you're putting on and us.
The old one didn't have what's in the green. The green is the new stuff.
You're not using the new one yet, and so just, here's the existing one for today.
Yeah, and that's the same as this one right here.
Yeah, no, it is at the top. That's the green part.
The green part's what we're looking at adding.
Yes.
So the new would be for written public comment delivered by email or other electronic method to be considered during commission meeting. All such written public comments must be received by the commission's assistant prior to the first agenda item of the day being heard. That's
Yeah.
just so if someone has public comment to do it before the meeting, so you guys have it and can consider it versus during the meeting when you're not even, Miranda's trying to do minutes. It's up to you. I think that's the only practical way to do it.
I agree.
Okay, for written public comment delivered by email or other electronic method to be considered during the commissioners' meeting, all such written public comments must be received by the commission or the commission's assistant prior to the first agenda item of the day being heard. Okay, what you're saying is if they have a comment on each agenda item before we start our meeting, that they have to email the administrative assistant first so that it can be in the correspondence. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. You're putting all the written documents online so people can see them. People who still do verbal comment during the meeting, either in person or on Zoom. They're not limiting them.
But for emails, they gotta be in by 9 o'clock.
If anybody has a public comment on an agenda item. That would be no, and so do you want to make it firm that you're not to be emailing our assistant because she is doing minutes and cannot be interrupted? I
I
don't
think
know.
they could email. It's just, you guys aren't gonna be able to consider it during
So,
that email during the
You don't
meeting.
have time to dig it up off an email, hurry up, try to.
No, I
get it
know,
to
I know.
that. That's why we're saying get it in before.
okay, and if there are comments during the time, she will not address them till after. And then it'll go in next week's correspondence?
Yeah,
Okay, so you just have to be firm in what, do you see what I mean? If you've got all these comments that are coming in during the time you're trying to take minutes, you can't address them. So anybody that puts a comment in during, to the administrative assistant by email during public, our agendas, they won't be addressed till after the meeting, and then it'll go in next week's correspondence.
that's the
Is that-
thought.
Is that what you mean? Okay.
That's a commission decision.
That, you gonna make a motion on that then?
I will. Okay. So this paragraph could be now on our template for our agenda on any public comment delivered by email must be prior to the meeting, or it will not be addressed till the following week in correspondence.
Yeah, not be considered during that
Not be
day,
considered during the meeting.
The next meeting.
If they want to make a public comment and they're on Zoom, then they can turn their video cameras on and their mics on and make their public comment. But we can't be, but so this right here, the email has to be, okay, do you see what I mean? Are you seeing what I mean? Verbally or in writing, okay, but anything by email is being readdressed. Does that
Yeah,
make
if someone
sense?
hand delivers you a written document during the meeting, then you could look at it.
Yeah, we're kind of.
Just for the bombardment of emails during the meeting are gonna be ignored until after the meeting.
Right, and that is understandable because she's taking minutes right now. She can't jump off and
Print.
do email. If they want to make a comment, they can make it on Zoom.
Mhm.
With the video cameras and mics on. Right? It will not, their
Right.
emails will not be addressed. I'm gonna keep repeating myself.
The motion.
Okay,
Blanche.
I think a motion.
I just wanna understand it.
Move to
Okay.
approve the new template for the
Yeah.
agenda.
the new template going forward. The email or any other electronic method is to be read or sent prior to the meeting or will be read after the meeting. How's that? And
Well-
on next week's correspondence.
But do you want that in the
Well, I don't know.
agenda?
I'm
I
trying
think
to,
I mean, we could tweak that language, but, if you like that language, then I
Okay.
just move to approve the template.
gotta get it as little as possible. No emails will be accepted for public comment during any agenda items during the meeting. They have to be, that's what I'm trying to
So they
say,
could be sent, but they're just
they
not
will
be
not be
considered.
addressed until
They'll
the
just not be
following
considered, yeah,
correspondence.
correct.
Okay,
That's what, yeah, that's what I
did you get that?
Mhm.
I
got it.
I got a couple different versions.
So just. If they have a comment on any agenda item, we have to get it prior to
Yeah,
9 o'clock.
through
Yeah.
email.
Through email.
All right, I make that motion.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Second.
And how would we,
Public
can you
comment?
read that back? to
Carol?
me?
Jim, come up, state your name.
Jim Baquet, local resident and concerned veteran. I've got a comment about this whole agenda rules. I hadn't noticed until today that it almost seems like we're putting up some barriers to public participation in this meeting. We've now said that if you call in, you can't make a public comment. You can't make a public comment on Zoom unless your computer happens to have a camera function. That just seems to me like barriers are being thrown up to the public to participate in this open meeting. I'll just give you a little quote. The interest in encouraging freedom of expression in a democratic society outweighs any theoretical but unproven benefit of censorship. And while this is not censorship, I understand you can still make a comment, but now you have to have some sort of technology to make that comment, or you have to be able to arrive here in person. That quote was from John Paul Stevens.
You just answered your question right there.
I'm sorry.
When you said you have to be on Zoom or in person. And so our policy was set for Zoom that you have to be on camera video. And you're saying we shouldn't have that policy?
I'm saying, in my opinion, that's
Okay,
creating a barrier to public participation in your meeting. And there doesn't seem to be a lot of reasoning that I've heard as to why people can't comment unless they're on camera. What, if people are elderly, we got a lot of elderly people here. If they're mobility challenged, then unless they have the resources to come up with this electronic means of participation, we're basically saying we're not gonna allow you to participate. That doesn't seem right. I would think that this group would encourage participation. Even if you don't like what they're saying, you still encourage people to come in and tell what's on their mind, because that's basically a protected right in our Constitution. We've made a vow and an oath to try to defend. It just doesn't seem to me like we would be going that direction. We should be going the other way, making it easier for the public, not more difficult. And since this is probably, if we keep going down this road, I think we're gonna end up with a challenge to say, do we really want to spend the resources to litigate someone that comes in from an ACLU or wherever and says, you're putting barriers up, that's not right. Why would we want to do that with taxpayer money when there's really, I don't understand the benefit of making people be here to make public comment or to have special technology to do it.
Bill,
Go ahead, Mike.
So what if Miranda receives 15 emails during the meeting? They're supposed to stop the meeting and have her read all those of the commissions and that's what you think we should do?
Did I say anything close to that?
Yeah, you did. You're saying that the policy is wrong. So, the policy is set up because she's being bombarded with emails. So I'm just asking, what should she do then? What should they do?
I have absolutely, and I don't think any sane person would have a problem with what you discussed about emails. Emails that come in during the meeting, you can't address right then because you haven't read it. You don't have time to stop the meeting. I'm talking about public participation and some of the rules that we have now that didn't used to be on this agenda, talking about who can make a public comment, how you have to do it.
Who is being stopped from making a public comment?
I would be if I'm sitting at home and can't make it up here. So would any other member of the public.
You've been on Zoom before and have a camera, correct?
What if the camera broke? That's what I'm saying.
They've already said if the camera broke, they would allow the person to call in.
But it says that the call in, you're not allowed to make a public comment. By telephone for audio listening only, cannot make public comment this way.
They can make reasonable exceptions. Who in the county is not able to have a camera on in Zoom? I mean, are you able to name any person that would have trouble?
No, I don't believe that that's really the point I'm making.
You're saying people are gonna have problems. Name a person.
I thought I was getting my 3 minutes here without a bunch of rebuttal from.
I'm just asking you a question. I can't ask you a question.
I mean, I'm trying to be civil here.
I'm just asking you a question.
I've made my point, I think. Y'all can talk about it. You can say.
So you're
okay,
saying I'm asking you a question, that's not being civil.
No,
asking
I'm
you-
talking. Civil discourse means you listen to me and I listen. to
You already had 3 minutes plus. We're just talking here nicely. So I can't talk in this meeting?
Not while I'm talking, you know.
No, I wasn't over talking you at all.
You just did it again.
No.
All right, we'll move on. Other,
I have
Jackie?
apparently, because Elena gave me honest participation in open Granite County Commissioners meetings discussion, you make her, because when they have town council meetings, her picture isn't up there. But she's allowed to, participate in public comment.
this is Granite County's
Yeah,
policy,
well,
not the
this
city's
is
policy,
bullshit
Jackie.
for everybody. I feel when you come in person, it is better.
I think.
I agree.
But, you know, you guys have all these new rules. Yeah, I understand you have a problem with a black gentleman doing obscene things because he has to have his picture up there.
So I think legally, I mean, all we have to do is record this, right? We don't even have to have video playing.
Yeah, correct, you don't have to have
But we're
video, I mean,
giving-
you could, we don't have to have Zoom, number one, you
Right,
guys
so
are
we
being,
already
you guys
giving
are
more
going above and beyond.
opportunity to know. The public can follow our guidelines of being able to use Zoom, or they can come
Okay,
in.
so Blaine, sorry. Correct me if I'm wrong, we can set policy, and we visited with, MSU on this, that if we want cameras and mics on, they can be on. And we have worked with one individual, and we know that individual's camera is working, but that individual chooses not to put the camera on. That's our policy. Why can't we set policies? Because Granite County Commission can set policies, and we set policies. If you're on Zoom, you have Zoom. If you have Zoom, you're pretty likely to have a camera.
Correct.
So we set policy that cameras and mics are on. They don't have that policy down town. We do. Because we've been getting grief, because we didn't have our faces on the camera. I was the only one that did. And so there was big time grief. Why aren't you showing your face? Well, it goes around, comes around, turns around. They can show their face too if they have something to say.
Well, can't you put your camera over here, like when they have a meeting and.
We have it right here.
Everybody gets.
It's showing us all.
Right there.
We're on camera right now. We ask that the public, if they choose to make a public comment on Zoom, have their cameras and mics on. That's our policy.
Any other public comment on this? Carol?
I guess,
Can you state your name for
okay, so
the, please?
Carol Buckey, I'm a local resident. Well, what I wanted to say was, when someone wants to talk and.
Could you speak up a little, please? I cannot hear you. Really, have a hearing loss.
In your Montana statutes of rights to public to know and participate, it says that you have to listen. And even the Supreme Court Justice had stated, even if it's a stupid, inane comment, you gotta listen. You don't act on it, you just gotta let them talk. So by putting up this thing about saying you have to be on camera, I'll be on camera, I don't care. You know, I'll come up and talk to you in person, I'm fine with that. But if someone doesn't wanna do that, but they wanna be heard, is that wrong? Because before y'all stated, I don't wanna be on camera, so I don't have to be. If you remember way back, and then yous changed it, so yous are all on it, because Blanche was the only one that would go on to the Zoom.
But we have.
So what I'm saying is, what changed, what flipped it? Now that yous are on camera, and so now we have to be on camera too. What was the change that stopped it from saying, I don't wanna be on camera, but I wanna make a comment? Like right now, you don't see it, they don't see me. Right?
What do you mean, what flipped it?
The owl's on, ain't it?
It's on, yeah, it's just on you guys right now.
Usually it follows right. It'll turn and go to you.
Pardon me?
It'll turn and go to you.
It will?
It can, it's not.
And that's something that I have requested, that you turn on toggle when we have people speaking, so that the camera will show them speaking. So that's something that we need to address to make sure that we do that
Yeah.
continually instead of when we think about it.
Yeah, I'm just saying across the board, if you want everyone to be on camera, then put me on camera too when I'm talking. Or someone stands up here, Blaine talks, he needs to be on camera too. Don't you think? You're saying everyone that speaks to put the comment in?
I agree. I agree
It's
totally.
uncivil for me to have a conversation with you right now, for your husband, we can't have
No,
a conversation.
I'm a different person.
Okay, all right,
Different
it's not
individuality.
uncivil.
Don't bring
Okay.
him up, don't bring him up.
No, I'll bring up who I want. Bring up who I want to be.
Hey,
Hey,
let's get back to it.
Yeah.
Please stop him from arguing with me. It's not That was the-
Okay, go ahead and finish, go ahead and finish.
Okay, I had asked a question, and I think that's fair enough to say we all should do it, right? And I'm not being facetious or mean, and I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just saying I didn't understand it and I wanted it explained. So you went from not having to have commissioners on the cameras and just Blanche doing it. Now commissioners are on, and anyone that wants to participate outside this room has to be on camera to speak. I just wanted to know what made you make that decision.
Okay, when, and we're gonna just be honest here,
Okay.
the two gentlemen commissioners did not want to be on camera. So I said I would be on camera for transparency because we had Zoom. And I talked and talked and talked for like 2 to 3 years to get everyone on camera. And we finally agreed when Commissioner Kalaski came on that we would get the owl and we'd go on camera. So doing that, we talked with the local Dan Clark.
MSU.
And he told us that we can set policy that if we're on camera and they're coming on Zoom, cameras and mics on. So that's how we felt. That's what changed. That's what we're requesting. That's what our policy is. And you're right, I do agree with the toggle being on when people are speaking, and so it shows on Zoom.
All right, thank you. I don't want any arguments or bad feelings. I just wanted it explained.
But here's another thing, if you have your camera and your camera's working, you absolutely refuse, then why can't we refuse? You know, I mean, we're trying to be transparent here too. The person making the public comment should be transparent.
And we have a
Well, I
poll.
know who you're speaking of in particular. And I'm not citing one way or the other. I'm just saying across the board evenly, that's the way it should be. If, you know, everyone, and that's fine with me. I think it's a little bit when someone wants to call in to make a comment, and Brenda, I sent you an email while we were talking, forget it, okay? But I understand what you said about her not answering the emails, and I can understand now. So I do apologize for that.
Okay,
So thank you. All right.
any other public comment on this? So, all in favor? Aye.
Right.
Motion carried and passed. All right, got behind there, go ahead into Elena's participation in open Granite County Commissioners meeting, discussion and decision. I have a letter here that, Justine Richmond wanted me to read. It's in, on Elena's participation in open Granite County Commissioners meeting. It's just, I am not able to attend tomorrow's Granite County Commissioners meeting, but would like to submit this email to read as public comment in reference to the noted agenda item. I've been to numerous town council meetings where Elena made public, I haven't said her last name because I can't say it right. Okay, I'll just keep going. Made public comment via Zoom. Was everyone confident that it was a fact Elena on Zoom? Yes, of course, and she didn't have her camera on when I joined the meetings on Zoom. I didn't have mine on either. I'm not even sure that identity is the issue at the hand in the Granite County Commissioners meetings. If it is the issue, then I presume the meeting minutes would need to indicate allegedly Elena. However, that's not the case. Granite County Commission approves the meeting minutes confidentially affirming Elena's identity. Since identity confirmation doesn't seem to be the issue, then what it is. I really can't think of another valid reason, so that leads me to believe that Granite County Commissioner's camera requirement via Zoom is a arbitrary and targeted at Elena. Further confirmation that is arbitrary and targeted is that other folks have been allowed to speak without having their camera on. What is Granite County doing to eliminate porno on Zoom? I understand there have been 2 instances where someone has had their camera on Zoom and shown porno during Granite County Commissioners meeting. I don't see that listed as an agenda item for the meetings or the password. According to Montana open meetings laws, Granite County Commissioners should be encouraging, assisting citizens, taxpayers, voters, participation in meetings rather than instituting the arbitrary rules for some and possibly allowing inaction is considered allowing or negligent porno. My last point, how it is that I am able to send an email and not be present or online at the meeting and have my email read. However, someone who is online during a meeting won't be heard because they don't have their camera. Thank you for your advance, for your time and response.
Okay, so question to you, Scott, why is this on the agenda?
Could we send that letter out?
Okay, so maybe we need to explain the letter that was sent out. And maybe we need to explain why we have this on there, simply because Elena Gagliano absolutely refuses to turn her video on after we set policy to have cameras and mics on. Her camera works. We allowed her several occasions to go ahead and make her public comment, but our policy was set, and I feel that we should be able to follow through with setting policies for agendas and meetings in Granite County on, with the county commissioners.
I agree. That's why we put on here to explain it again, because people are saying they don't understand and wondering why we're doing it.
And go ahead, William, sorry.
So I agree with that, but it's her response to it. She's frustrated with that. So then, for example, last Tuesday, she calls in to give public comment when it was not even public comment time. And it was 10+ times she called, interrupting the meeting. And so that, there's a distinction between the policy and then her reaction to it. And it's her reaction to it that is, before the commission right now.
So the one thing too that needs to be addressed here, you can't be half on Zoom and half on public comment on the phone because you don't wanna turn your mic, your camera on. We set policy. So that's why we chose not to listen to her, because we know her camera works. And she absolutely refuses to participate with her camera being on.
Can you explain why you know that, her camera works?
Well, because she's been on,
And then we seen a piece of paper come up and go back down.
yeah.
We're trying to make everything work. We gave her time to get it fixed. We've worked with her, and it just don't seem like it matters.
Her remedy is bring litigation if you believe the policy is illegal or unconstitutional. The remedy shouldn't be to harass the commission. That's unacceptable. It's disorderly, out of order. And so, whether you decide that there's, sanctions or not, her conduct is out of order.
Yeah. And that's why we have it on, just to try to get these things decided out. I guess we're all tired of it, either trying to work through. I mean, all the ones coming into Miranda, and she's trying, and she misses something that we're saying, and they'll say, well, you didn't say that, you don't show it in the minutes. Any public comment on this?
Except for I know this is not the town, it's the county. I am perfectly aware of that. But at the town council meetings, they don't have their pictures up.
Well, maybe they didn't set the policy to have the pictures of.
Well, you know, it's just a matter of, it's just a tool to help people make fun. But they can't be calling 10 times and, yeah, it's better to have them on that without their picture than calling you 10 times during a meeting.
Go ahead, Elena. Go.
Thank you. For the record, Elena Gagliano. Where are the letters that you're referencing, please?
You have to be on video.
Where are the letters that you're referencing? That you're talking
You
about
have to
I
be on
sent
video.
and what they sent to me? Sure, cut me.
Why do we make policies if we don't follow? We've gone over this every week, it's the same thing.
Do you want me to explain some of the letters?
Yeah.
we received? So, not sure the date of it, but there was a letter to Elena Gagliano from the commission asking her to end the harassment, basically, and said if it continues on where you're just bombarding Miranda with emails, doing the emojis continually to disrupt the meeting, so forth, that there potentially could be sanctions up to 6 months for the first time and up to a year the second time of lost privileges. I believe that letter is that's a public document. There's some other letters that she's referring to that where she they're confidential, and so those won't be posted. One from the deputy Granite County attorney, special deputy Granite County attorney Greg Overstreet. That one is confidential criminal justice information, will not be put online. But the letter from the county commission to her, asking her to stop the harassment, that is public document. Is that one posted or
What one,
the one that she wanted? From the-
well,
Yes.
correspondence. But it's not supposed to be.
So, any other comments on that?
How's that gonna affect, Commissioner Gagliano's input with the Government Review Commission?
I don't think it would.
Yeah.
I don't see how it would.
What was the
You-
question?
You mean, how will she talk to the commission then?
Right.
So she could still send in emails if you're saying if she can't send a meeting,
Right.
she could send in emails. If
Well,
they're not
even
harassing.
if she can attend the meetings, will that affect her that way? If she comes in person, will she be able to comment?
Depends on what the commission decides.
Jim?
Jim Bakke, local resident. Navy veteran. I just heard a couple things that kind of surprised me. And maybe y'all can clarify it after I'm finished speaking. You said something that we all are tired of listening to Elena.
No, I get tired of the complaint.
You can go back and listen to the guy.
Go ahead.
And the county attorney mentioned that privileges would be revoked. I didn't think that was a privilege to participate in this meeting. I thought that was a right. So it just seemed funny, some of the wording that I hear here that doesn't seem to be conducive open meetings and public participation.
But I mean, if I use the word privilege, I'll correct that to right. But rights are not unlimited. I mean, the US Supreme Court has talked about you can't yell fire in a crowded theater. Your rights aren't unlimited where you can use them to be disorderly. And so, yeah, your rights do have some limitations, but we're not trying to, the commission is not trying to limit her ability to present her ideas, to limit her harassment. It's continuing harassment to call 10 times and interrupt a meeting. I don't think anyone disagrees. You don't have a right to do that. And if you think you do, then bring litigation.
I agree. We'll go ahead and move on.
I don't have your
Motion. We're over, no, okay.
Okay, thank you. Just to repeat what Jim had read earlier, when you said bring it to court. This is from the US Supreme Court Justice John Paul Stevens. The interest in encouraging freedom of expression in a democratic society outweighs any theoretical but unproven benefit of censorship. And that's what that would fall under, censorship. I mean, you let them talk. I agree with the emojis, that's, down there. That's unnecessary. Talking to the point on topic. That's what it should be limited to, nothing else outside that. To totally stop her from talking, because this is all pointing to you, I know. But it just seems like it's pointed at her, but to generalize it, it needs to, do you understand what I'm trying to put across?
One question for you. So your question is, why do we have that policy of having the cameras on when it's, if people choose not to? So should we be just then saying, okay, don't worry about video or picture, public comment? And
I think there's a few that think that way, that, yeah, that's what they're saying. You shouldn't require
but
the
is
video.
it fair for one person to actually, because they absolutely refuse, there's no reason why they just choose not to? And that we should allow that person. So that kind of ruins our policy when we say our policy is cameras and mics on, but you don't have to because you refuse to.
I guess that to me it's a little nitpicky, and I'm not in your positions to understand everything it goes. I think the big thing is not staying on topic and doing this little gesturing and little, just picking at each other. It needs to stay off the cameras. It needs to stay out of this. So if your policy were to state you become rude, which is one of the things you cite that under, yeah. If I don't want to be on the camera, that shouldn't limit my voice. All right, is all I was saying. Okay. Thank you.
All right, well, we're getting behind, we're fine, go ahead and move ahead, that other guy's here.
Do we need to make a decision here then?
Yeah, I mean, you could table it or can make a motion.
There was no decision made on Elena Gagliano.
No, I know, so I'm asking, so we can move ahead, you want to table it?
Okay.
Or you want to make a motion today?
If it resolves anything, are you guys up to the fact of, okay, it's not required to have cameras on? Then does that mean that we don't have to use Zoom? Because it's good for one, if it's not good for whatever.
I would take that up on the different agenda though, but something you could consider. I think it should continue with Zoom
Yeah.
because it's beneficial, but yeah.
I'm still sticking with the camera on.
Okay.
I'll make the motion that have the camera on.
Well, I wouldn't do that motion now. It's either what's the agenda item is this, if you're gonna, if there's any sanctions or not.
Do you wanna think about it, table it for next week, or what do you think?
The sanction or.
I don't want to put sanctions out there. I don't wanna do that. I just want us to be able to work together. And I feel, and as long as we've got her name on this agenda item, I feel she can work with us too. We're trying to work with her, but she just refuses. And every week it's a catastrophe because she refuses to work with us. And that's plain and simple. And anybody can go and read or watch any of the videos and see just exactly where she comes from when we're participating with public comments with Elena. That's just simple fact. And we're not trying to not allow anybody their constitutional right. It's a simple fact that she just refuses. It's not right for her to be able to refuse, and we change our policy because she refuses. That's not constitutional either. How I feel.
I agree.
So if we could work with her and she'd say, put your camera on, that's all we're asking. It's our policy now. We'll work better with the Google where we can, everybody that speaks, they're on camera, so that everybody can see on Zoom who's speaking. We decided we were going to do this, we need to do this, and we need to follow forward, but we also need a little bit of consideration and help from the public.
And my point is on this is that it's not so much of the Zoom deal that we're having, that why we're here today with this is because of the harassment and disruptive behavior during the meetings. Not so much that she's not on Zoom on Twitter, it's the harassment, the last week of calling 10, 15 times in a row when it wasn't even public comment. We'll answer the first call and say it's not public comment yet. She overtalks all of us and argues, and then we have to hang up on her, and then she just keeps calling back. That is just harassing me. And I think we should be done with it.
Right?
So you say your policy, she disagrees, she's now, I believe harassing you. I think you should look at your policy, but not because she's harassing you. And she's not gonna stop harassing until you change your policy.
Yep.
I agree. Just it don't stop.
I think maybe we just table it for next week and make a decision. My thoughts, think about it for a week.
What do you think, Brian? Not putting it.
Well, if she refuses to participate using our policy, I honestly don't want to sanction her. I would just like to work with her. That's how I feel. So if you guys want to table it, go ahead and table it. That's my feeling.
Sounds good. We'll just table it for next week and then we'll move ahead. Sound good? Yep. Alrighty. We'll go ahead and we got the fiscal year 25-26 budgets to present to public later in public hearing process, discussion and primarily decision. So is this the date set we do?
Okay, so the date set for public hearings. When is it set for public, Miranda?
The 26th and the 2nd.
From 1 to 3?
Yep.
26 and 1 to 3, right?
26th, yep, and then the 2nd of September, 1 to 3.
So at that time, all the budgets will be here for any questions. If anybody, and I think by that time too, that the clerk and recorder will probably have the budgets in the system and she can get them online.
we're just about done, we got couple of your extras to look at.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So we got that all noted when the public. Okay. All right, well, we'll go ahead into the lower Willow Creek minor subdivision final plat. For a couple minutes, hey Linda?
Okay. So that is the right one. This is the Lower Willow Creek final plat. And the owner's here. Do you have any questions for him? But, this is that one that's right up there by the reservoir where they're just dividing out the house. They've met all their conditions. I don't have the full copy of their full packet, that you guys got that on the PDF, but they have, got their, they've got their easements in place, they've got their lead plan, they've paid the fire department. Their final plat, their last thing they were waiting on was the decision on the road, so since you guys have made that, they got the plat ready and. You just need an approval to go ahead and file on the plat on this one.
That's flat, map.
Yep. Yeah, and this is the one here. Big.
Is this where we're signing the plat?
Yeah.
Where's your handy dandy little pen?
Oh, yeah, I did get one.
So what was we waiting on, Linda?
He was waiting on the final decision on the road, the abandonment of that road. Cause that was one of his conditions, he either had to show it on the plat, and so they didn't wanna print the plats till they knew. So, but now that that decision's been made, he's happy to go.
Do we all sign this?
Yep, once you make a decision, you'll sign, it'll all come.
So I've entertained the application for the Lower Willow Creek minor subdivision final plat.
I make a motion that we approve the final plat of the Lower Willow Creek minor subdivision.
I'll second it.
Public comment? All in favor?
Well, I don't understand what road they're trying to close.
This isn't a road closure when they closed the road, and that's what he was waiting for. So the road closure thing was several meetings ago, like months ago.
We have a lot of
Does it stop the public in any way from going around?
They don't know.
No, this is down below the dam, going through his property.
Yeah, I don't know exactly where your property is.
Last house before the reservoir.
Last house before the reservoir, you know, you guys,
Yeah.
everybody's doing so much building, it's hard to keep up. By James's?
Past James's, past Dinsmore's, past James's, right at the reservoir, there's a house on the right, it's been there for 10 years, right before you.
Is that where you turned to go through the poison patch?
After that. After it,
So they're not closing that road?
absolutely not.
Oh, no.
Oh,
It was a road that just dead ended at the dam. It went into the Toyota Dam for the irrigators.
Doesn't change
Yeah,
traditional public access to anything out in that
Yeah.
area.
Or the dam?
or the dam. Nope.
right.
Okay, thank you.
Any other public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Won't go carry you back.
Thanks. Yeah.
Oh.
Gotta use that special thing to do.
Oh, yeah, you're special. Yeah, sure penalty.
As a side note, Lynn, did the middle fork one get signed?
I have the middle fork
Okay,
left
alright.
signed to too.
You missed one.
Oh, I forgot, there's like 10 pages.
There's 2 pages on this.
Everyone's doing.
Well, no, there's 2 pages to the plat, so there's like 6 pages there altogether. Gazillion places. That's fine. And we'll have Blanche send that one, then I'll have you guys send this one, which we've already acted on. Oh, that one on our table too, yep. And you guys can be done signing plats for a bit.
The next one.
Yeah.
We just have to do unsigned, yeah.
I didn't fill in the date.
Oh, Sarah will do that. I'll bring you, thank you guys up. We aren't tying you up doing dates and can do that outside. Okay, so there's that one. Thank you, Blanche.
Your pen is kind of dry.
Do you want me to get another one?
It'll work.
Okay.
Just scribbling.
I'm a murderer.
I have it here, I have an extra copy of it. Okay, I just kind of want to understand a little bit.
This one. They make a motion on that one, if you will.
You did that one a lot.
Yep, yeah, I did last, 2 weeks ago, I think.
I'll make sure I'm doing it right.
That one's being done good. Hope you guys can sign that one too. That one I have to sign, but I'll do all that after, so you guys can get one there.
Thank you. All right, so we'll go ahead and move ahead into, is there any public comment on that stuff? All right, so we'll go ahead and. Yeah, county.
Thanks a lot.
Make a motion, we approve the county claims for that we just looked at.
Second. Second. Public comment? All in favor?
I,
We carry back on the claims. Need to close for a personnel matter.
Okay.
How are ya?
Hello? He's happy on the study commission, right?
so Luke, how come we have study commission meetings twice a month? Catch up?
To catch up generally, yeah, I mean. We had our second one 2 weeks after the first one, just expressly for that purpose. And then, the next one is going to be 3 weeks after, I think we would kind of slow down after we get.
Okay. Just curious.
We're done with claims too, we got them done already, so they're approved. Passing on. Got a few minutes. Got a few minutes.
Of course.
I didn't know if you heard me.
Well, when you go like this and you're talking, you muffle your voice. But you weren't muffling your voice there, so, and I understand.
I'm not perfect.
Well, no, you just have to learn, you have to talk with your.
I do that to him all the time. I say, move your hand, I can't understand, because I am deaf.
When he has people smirking at him and pointing, I can understand why he's doing
Oh,
that.
he's shy, smirking at him.
No, you were, it wasn't you.
Not you. Not you.
Yeah. Yep, definitely.
They, I have had my ears tested and you know what they told me? Go to tell those people to quit mumbling.
I tell him all the time.
It's a lovely thing, I know.
They're brave.
Men naturally mumble, don't they, Glenn? Whatever.
Probably sometimes it's better to mumble than what I really think it is.
It isn't bad.
Well, the best thing is just not saying anything at all.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you have to do this too. Your baby Jesus in your pocket.
All right,
It says, I heard that. He gave that to me.
It just says it automatically, or you have to push it.
No, it just is on the little thing.
Oh.
An egg guy in Missoula. I was delivering eggs to him.
That's pretty funny though.
I know. He goes, hey, I got something for you. I was like, oh, I don't know if I should be offended or flattered.
Should I open the windows more, or, do you want them?
This one gets a lot of sun.
Oh, I just checked out the elevator. That's good. It's plenty big enough.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Is it working? Only wheelchair in there backwards. That's not right. You could turn a whole wheelchair around in there.
Yeah, it's ADA.
See, we're trying to work with people.
Are you gonna be able to catch it on this floor and go to the upper one or only at the bottom?
All of them. All of them.
Okay,
That way they can get to the jurors room.
Yeah, all the way to jury room. Yeah.
right.
Instead of going up them old stairs. Gonna be nice.
Or whatever business they have up there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it could be used for other things.
Wayne Bradshaw. Who else is up there? That's about it, isn't it?
Planner, Linda.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Miranda.
Hi, that's been needed for years.
Well, Beaverhead County got sued for not having the one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that would
Yeah.
come and don't
Yeah.
you think?
Yeah, and here we've had the plan, they've been set aside, yeah, you gotta do it.
I just don't like the shape of that window. They think, oh, that's gonna be easy to get that cement out of that wheel. Well, that window well, it is not. That's a slop job right there.
Yeah, they'll have to get that cleaned up. That'd be right.
I hope that the county doesn't have to pay for
The cement,
a new window.
Where?
we're here.
Oh.
Yeah, where they're putting the cement down, pouring the cement. Yeah, they'll have to.
They'll fix it.
Not at their expense,
Yeah.
though, because
Oh, yeah.
they made the mess.
Yeah, we hold back so much percent.
Yeah.
We have a bond. Put my hands down.
Oh, that's good. You should learn too, you can't teach an old dog a new trick.
Purple shirt, what do you like, Charlo or what?
So I got up, so half the time I went and looked,
He's
I
proud,
left
huh?
at 3:30 this morning, so
Um,
I've been
sorry.
to Arlene and back already.
Wow.
What's going on in Army?
I had a truck sitting up there, and I'm sitting it on the fire.
Oh,
Taken, so that other guy has a skid and so they got called to go out to Jim's exit today, so I had to go up and make sure it's all.
they race your truck and then a tribal member runs it? Oh,
Well, it could be a white or whatever. I usually work for the tribe, they call for it here, but it don't have to be an Indian or nothing.
Where's the fire up there?
Windy Rock, it's up behind, Brock Creek, up behind the mine. It's kind of coming back around, dropping over towards Mannix Park and that.
Oh, yeah.
It's really tough country. I hunt in there. It's,
So they just watching it or they doing?
they're
building
trying to
line?
buy it, but they can't get the planes and some of that. It's just, down in there and it's all bug kill. It's never been touched for 100 years, so it's gonna be a while.
Helicopters on it or?
Can't get that wind in there. It's terrible. Yeah.
I seen one spotter plane coming when I was coming back from Deer Lodge one day, but it was pretty far away. It wasn't.
Yeah, they were kind of dropped high and heavier.
Yeah.
And just that wind was just taking it, so kind of
Was it natural or man-made?
Lightning.
lightning.
All the elk are over on the prison ranch anyway.
I have a pile of them over there.
There is a pile. I was at the vet's office one day and it was quite entertaining. All the elk just right up behind there.
2 weeks ago, that grizzly bear was right behind that vet shop again over there in the river. Like a 3-year-old grizzly. They got people who got pictures of it.
You know,
He was down
those
there
grizzlies
swimming.
just want to be
There's a
left
pool down
alone.
there. He's down there.
How big is it?
3-year-old, he's probably 400 pounds. He says he looks pretty healthy. I seen him. He's pretty healthy. I don't know what he's eating or whatever. It's pretty good.
Oh,
Oh, was he the one chasing the elk out of the picture, on Facebook?
I thought that was somebody else.
Oh.
Different. That one looks about like 800 pounds. or
That's a big one.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Or no, the elk was chasing.
The elk was chasing the.
Elk was chasing
Yeah.
it, yeah.
Mama mode, mama bear mode.
They're getting to be everywhere. That new law though, when they bring them in, they're supposed to let us know where they're putting them. They're supposed to let the sheriff and the commissioners know. That new law passed.
Good.
We'll see.
well, that one at the East Fork is going on 25 years old. He's a big boy. He just likes to be left alone though.
Yeah, them ones down here at Willow Creek, they come through there and head down to like Beaver Tail and come back, and they're up by Garnett Range right now. There's a couple up there, and then, Bignell's had like 20 some out in their Petebill, all grizzlies, sound cubs and that.
Yikes.
Had 20 of them?
And they get right out in the middle where the peas are.
They like
Looks
eating
like
them, huh?
pigs just ripped everything.
Well, yeah, so is it, what kind of roots are they digging for?
Peas,
No, peas.
peas that grow up
In the
ground.
pods.
Peas in the pond.
Who was it growing? Whose place?
Big,
Bignum.
big nose and my, they're over in Elmville on the river.
Did you see that ranch in, Wyoming? The grizzlies are feeding on some tubular, digging them up, eating like a,
A root?
yeah, like a root. And they control them with a bullwhip. They don't like the sound of the bullwhip, but they show the horseback rider riding through those grizzlies.
I know they don't like the sound of 45 either.
No. Like the sound of dog.
You know, I would not ever mace a bear. That just makes them mad. It doesn't really deter them. Just makes them mad. I feel yelling at them because Buster fences up the East Fork, and that's where I've seen the grizzly a couple times. He's seen it more than a couple times. He's a big boy, but he just wants to be left
What are you
alone.
taking down there? Are you with White House or the Holly room?
Wasn't there a younger one up there too, though?
At Moose Lake,
Yeah, Moose Lake, yeah.
he is a beautiful bear.
In the recorder's
Oh,
office.
yeah.
Right on the wall. I think he's still there.
They got the small ones?
Yeah, there's two of them, I think.
Oh, we did.
I
Yeah.
don't remember how they smell
Mm-hmm,
when you had to empty them out,
mm-hmm.
being a kid.
We
The
still
one
got
thing
5.
about the grizzlies, you don't smell them like a black bear. You know, I can smell a black bear coming. Smells like death. I can't smell that smell with the grizzly.
Really?
They're cleaner.
Or they just, I don't know.
No
I
scab.
haven't gotten that close.
Yeah.
Want one?
Breath mint. No, your breath's bad.
She's being nice.
Yeah, you need.
Being polite. There you go, Scott, you need one.
That makes you wonder what it is.
Freshen your breath,
Just dissolves on your tongue.
put your little finger on it,
It won't hurt you.
pull it out, there you go, put it on your tongue. Now,
Yeah. Tastes like Listerine.
freshen your breath.
Why would I do that?
That's terrible. Clears your nose.
Yeah.
Now you got fresh breath.
Yeah, now you have fresh breath.
The bird.
Hi.
To clear your sinuses.
Terrible.
You should start hallucinating any second. Just kidding.
Oh, the meeting though? Pretty good one. All righty, I think everybody's here. Aren't we?
Rachel coming?
There's Rachel.
Oh.
No, sure.
There she is. Mayor.
Dan.
Well, come on up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All righty, we're, it's a couple minutes. Yeah, but we'll go ahead into the plan to collect delinquent taxes on personal and real taxes with county treasurer and town officials discussion. I should.
You're not making a fuss.
Yeah,
Hello.
Did you want to, Rachel, do you want to grab a chair?
Sure. Yeah.
We can bring more chairs up here.
Yeah, those two up here.
Your side gets back. So glad you're here. All right.
Yeah, we tried
I guess, you got anybody? He's like.
Can you share your real estate?
Get over. I'm kind of ways. It's like a think tank here.
Lots of paper.
Yeah.
Keeping the lawyers in the.
I'm good, how are you?
How are you, Scott?
Scott, I'm on. How you doing?
Scott, you're in my.
I only have one copy for this.
That was good.
Yeah, no, I will. I think I'm always on stuff. I can give it up. No, that's it.
You move fast.
I actually have some too, and then I just.
The
wise man's gotta take his battles wisely.
One that knows Gail, she's got tough the hell out of the way.
It's just what's ended on the 11th.
Okay, well, go ahead and get started on this. Actually, you're gonna lead on. I'm throwing you on this.
I would happily lead off. Sorry, let me get my.
Fine, too.
Here we're
Give us
over
kind
here.
of an update of what's happened for us since last week and we'll just move on and see what we can do.
So just a quick recaps, we sent out delinquent multi-year notices to everyone on our uncollected list. And in that list, I've only received 31 notices back thus far. And we've collected $104,000 since we sent that out on the 31st of July.
Good job.
Now, most of that has been 24, 25. And then a portion of it's been 23, a pretty small portion of it's been 23. It's like about 5,000 of it has been on 23. I don't have a total for what the delinquents are for 23, but I think it's right around. Oh, it's probably close to 56,000. Right around there. And then I do have a report for the uncollected summary for all of the years broken out by real, personals and mobiles. So I do have that, if anybody wants to take a look at that, just as a breakdown for the years that still need to be collected for those different things. So that's a little bit of an update on collections. And then, research wise, been working with, especially the town of Drummond with Robin on some of these items, especially on these mobiles that have multi-year delinquencies. And the possibility of them being moved without notification or doing a moving deck, or not notifying the Department of Revenue. Already dealt with 2 of those. They're still showing as uncollected because the Department of Revenue hasn't had an assessor to go out and actually look at the property to verify that it's been moved. It's been an open ticket for 2 months now. I don't know if that's gonna get cleared up anytime soon. That's part of the cleanup work on this is the Department of Revenue. If we say that something's been moved, they have to actually send somebody out to verify that unless somebody from the county office can go out, take pictures and verify it and then send it into the Department of Revenue. I don't know if that's a possibility or not. We can revisit that, but that's a small portion of these delinquent taxes when it comes to things that have been moved. Everybody has a uncollected tax report that is a summary report. It is not a detailed report, so you do not have the legal descriptions on there. So it's a much shorter report than the full legal description one. You'll see like there's some highlighted items back towards the back pages, like starting around the 45 page mark, somewhere in there. The first one that you're gonna see on there is the USDA Forest Service. I've been working with the treasurer's group about that one in particular. It seems that it may have been a missed assessment that should not have been on there for those years because it's a federal entity and there's only 1 year that's delinquent for the 2 different tax ID numbers. So that would clear about 3 pages off of the list because of how long their legal descriptions are. So I have to send in for proof of mistaxation, I guess, to be able to abate those and take them off of our list. So that one is a pretty straightforward, I feel like. Not a lot of money. Lumen Technologies, we've tried contacting them multiple times. They've sent us missed payments with very incorrect amounts and we've not heard back from them. They've been sent multiple notices. Propane Services Innovated, this is a personal property tax and it's interesting. They actually, I believe, no longer exist. I have a document from the Secretary of State. They have not updated their annual financial report. So I'm not sure about the collection of that, but I'll keep digging. That one,
Mobile home,
it's a personal property.
don't know what the.
I don't. What items were that were taxed at that point. It probably is like propane tank or something like that that they have on property somewhere. It's just so that I could kind of break them up. Yeah. So that one, yeah, they are an older tax. They don't have any current past 2021 to collect. So they're 19 through 21, I believe, for collection. We'll keep digging on that one. Send them a back tax amount. Axman Propane is another one that's similar to that, but it's just for 2022. Again, I don't know if we're gonna be able to collect that. It's a personal property tax. I did find they look like they're still operating other places. So I might be able to get a contact through they're registered for that. It's pretty minimal amounts, so I would actually kind of encourage that as a wiped, we're talking less than the $5 minimum that should have been on there, but wasn't. $4.46, $3.29, those ones are. Yeah, things that I think that maybe we will just talk about getting rid of. Don't think I have it on yours, but there are quite a few personal mobiles that are within a older trailer park. These are some of the ones that are our oldest delinquents. And these are the ones that we would need to talk about doing the writ of execution on. I've done some research on these as far as what the actual property locations are. And some of them do not actually indicate a property location other than Cornerstone Court or Clark's Trailer Park. I believe, and Robin and I are working on that Clark's Trailer Park and Cornerstone Court may have be one and the same.
Yeah, it probably was.
And that it's just been absorbed into Cornerstone. So I feel like some of these have been moved.
Sure.
Because there's too many to be in that trailer court. Right. So I have verified one that was listed as Clark's Trailer Park. That is a Cornerstone and that person is deceased, so we have to figure out the collection of that one. Others, I have Trevor Troop's contact information, who is the new owner of Cornerstone, to ask him to verify what is still there. And then we can execute the writ for those.
There's at least, you think, one that's there, or don't,
I believe there are 4.
I bet, that are delinquent.
Oh, I don't know
Okay.
which of these are actual. I've not been in that trailer court to verify.
Cause would you have to go by the bin number, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm
And
guessing there's been a lot removed from the new ones. anyway.
Yeah, they did a lot of.
there's only one I know for sure
Yeah.
that was there, and it's the one that's deceased because Trevor came in and told me that.
Yeah, right. So with that, can we help with that? Because like knowing Trevor personally and whatnot, if, or asking him if he can go down and verify.
I've asked,
Oh, have
I've just not heard.
okay.
He said he would, or you haven't heard from him at all, or is that all right?
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So I've reached out to Trevor about that, yep. So I guess it is a matter of the commission stating what they do want us to go ahead and put for a writ on these mobiles to collect. There are a few I have questions about because of the fact that they are actually exempt from a tax that gets paid to any of our districts. They are a fee, so they're, because of the personal property not being valued at over $10,000, so the mobile home does not value $10,000 they don't get a tax. The only taxes that they receive on it would be a fire service area fee, a sewer fee, or a solid waste fee. And there are quite a few of those on here that are like 1955 mobiles.
Well, I think if it has value, I think should do a bid on it, but if it's junk, I don't think it's, wouldn't waste the time.
Yeah.
So if they're living in it, does that have value, I guess I would ask?
I'd put it as yes. I mean, some of them that aren't living in, I wouldn't.
I mean, some people probably are living in some that are unbreakable, in those ones.
Yes.
Right, like. Whatever, but the other ones that are, even if it's 10,000, it's 10,000.
Well, these are properties, so I'm gonna use one as an example. They're delinquent from 2012 to current. From 2020 forward to now, the only fee that is listed on there is a solid waste fee.
Right.
The only taxation that they have.
Will we still go after that for whatever it is for the last, from 12 to 20?
We can, yes. We can, it is actually up to the commission to decide if they would like to do that, yes. I don't know how that works for these older mobiles that become exempt. Once they become exempt, there's no value assessed to them for us to collect them. So that's a good question for Blaine and
We're talking
I.
about the tax owed then.
Current tax, so if we tried to collect from 12 all the way forward, 12 to 19, there is a small amount that would go to a district, right, if they're within city limits. But then from there forward, there's no iffy solid waste collection.
Right.
So it's a
Well,
question.
that's what I was looking at, yeah, go after them for earlier.
We would have to collect.
So
So
you'd have to collect the first ones first, right?
What if you did, like, if you can't actually, if they're not livable, but the county takes possession of it and then just breaks it down and sells it for the scrap metal of it? I mean, you really can get money out of that.
By the cost of probably tearing it down.
Right,
Way
it's,
to go.
trying to tear, I just tore a trailer down and that's, we don't get nothing. It costs about $6,000. We know this, or.
I'll do another one.
I just did one and just to get the dumpsters up there was like $5,000 and that's not counting how much I keep. Scrap iron right now, $50 per pair.
Oh, that's not good.
Well,
Yeah, if it was better than that, I would say you could probably reap some of your money back, but.
The worst thing about it is the only thing that's good on just the frames underneath.
Right.
And it's not that heavy, it's only 3/8, maybe less.
Sure, and if they were built in the 50s,
Yeah,
guess what, then what you run into.
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's.
I'm thinking the low hanging fruit first, get some of these that are, you know, and that's, I think it sets the example that we're willing to do it.
So I have, I would like to ask the commission for the mobiles in particular, because we can sticker those. What is the date range for the stickering? Are we stickering all delinquent mobiles from historic far back as we can to 2025?
I think we have to, we're gonna do this, we gotta go.
Go all in.
Yeah. I'm for going back. Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be a little bit worth it, I mean, you can't really start in the middle and forget about them,
No.
hell with it, both them back there.
And then I guess who puts the stickers on, does this, who else have the deputies?
That
It's
is-
better to have the deputy than an individual out there putting stuff on, you know, we might have.
Have Ashley out there.
Look into there. A little bit, you know,
Maybe
I
a
might
couple.
have to look into their budget just a little bit to help out, to have them help us.
They can charge a fee, so the sheriff's department can charge for mileages, any fees that may incur during that period. Once we sticker these though, I can't have contact with the people that have been stickered. They have to go through the sheriff's office for all collections. I can't
Right.
go forward with anything. So that's another thing to maybe speak with Rico about.
That added budget could be in the treasurer's budget or the sheriff's budget. Either one.
Yeah, we're gonna do this, I'm gonna talk a little bit and get lined
Yeah.
out. It will come out on the top end once we start pressure.
So I would like a time frame for this because I have been able to do quite a bit of collection up until this point. Obviously, Rico's gonna need a little bit of time for himself to research this a little bit. I need to get locations of properties. If he can't verify the location of the property, I would like to have that lined out as well. If property is not located, what will happen thereafter, so we don't have to have 4 meetings to get this cleaned off.
Alright.
So I think that I don't know, Rick Blaine, would it have to be a resolution? for the uncollected after the 120 days of the writ.
So, let me look at that, but yeah, I think the C forward with that process.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
So that covers the personal property portion for what I've been able to do on research. I will say with real properties, that has been the majority of my collections. Mhm, yes. With having so many that are 22 and 23 available for tax lien assignment and getting those letters had to be sent out on August 15th at the soonest for those individuals. So they received certified letters from anybody that wanted to start taking out the assignments. They've started that process now. I received 15 in my office already for one entity that purchases tax assignments. So they now have until August 29th of those notices for those 15 properties to either become current or have the assignment put on and the taxes will be paid. And then they have, their redemption period. Yeah. Which is 3 years.
Oh, is it 3 years?
Mhm.
Okay.
That's the payment deal? Or no?
No, redemption, so the assignment is, well, I mean, this is public knowledge, so RML is one of the, companies or groups that purchases tax assignments or tax liens from
Okay.
counties. And they pay the back taxes, and then they gain the interest on those and any other
yeah.
fees.
Yeah.
So if, they were to come in and say, put the assignment on your property, you then can redeem that.
Right.
You pay the taxes that you owed plus the interest and the redemption fee. And that money goes back towards
them.
RML.
Okay.
So they make money even if you redeem it and they get the taxes.
Isn't that 10%?
Yeah, so we already have quite a few. There's one entity that has shown interest in a few other properties. I've not received any letters from him yet. He goes around the state of Montana and does them through all the counties though, so.
There's environmental or huge mortgage or staying away from it.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of them don't hire a land lawyer or a lawyer that can look into this for them. And they don't realize that there are other liens on them from other entities. And if there are, they are responsible if they are to take it to tax.
And that's why, when people have talked to me, I said, you better have a title search done.
Yeah.
Just because.
Yeah, see what's out there.
Good practice, yeah.
And there's, in our office, I can't give legal advice on how to do the process. I can tell them where the MCA is and that they have to follow that. But I can't give them any guidance beyond that because it can come back on our office that I'm giving legal advice.
Yeah.
And they gotta follow the statute to a T or it
They
gets.
do,
it
or
gets
I revoke
undone.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
They have to reissue their notices because if you can't handwrite something in after the fact because there was something that you missed, that automatically you have to resend those notices. Cause I won't
Yeah.
accept that.
If you don't do it, court well.
Well, and I just think you guys, it has already been a huge success with us all talking because I had said to Ash, well, we've already collected about 50,000 in taxes. And she goes, no, it's like 100,000 in taxes. And that's within like 6 weeks. So, I mean, it's working together.
I just think we just gotta keep going at it too. Don't dare take a step back.
Yeah.
Well, I think what people look at is they look at your budget, they look at your expenditures, but they don't look at the cash on hand, and that's where we're all screwed, is the cash on hand.
So my plan going forward right now is to really, with the writ of execution, we'll hit the personal properties, because those we can start working on right away. When I say right away, please understand, like, everybody needs time to get everything in order, but, it's not something we have to wait years to do. So I would really like to hit that hard, and then, I'm sending out, so the first multi-year delinquent letter was due date of 8/15. So I'm still receiving letters in the mail back, but I'm going to prepare second notice of the multi-year and reset. And I'm changing the verbiage a little bit on it, but not by much. And it'll just serve as an additional notice.
And then on the third, do you send a third notice out?
Well, I'm trying to follow in the footsteps a little bit of Madison County, and they pretty much sent one out every month. And they were able to, in 2024, collect all of their delinquent taxes. But it was a multi-year process.
Sure.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
she just made it as like first notice, second notice, third notice, so that she could document
Gotcha.
how many times
I
that those
see.
have been sent out for that individual. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So
Yeah,
that they can't come and say, well, I've, never received a notice.
right. Yeah.
And we have discovered that there are a few, let me see if I had notes on, there are a few in here that are like works in progress state, with the Department of Revenue, with the landowner, where there was a miscommunication somewhere along the line of a transfer. There's one in particular that you know of, that the property sold with the mobile on it, but the title was never transferred. Whose fault it is, I'm not sure. It was the title company that never fulfilled that. So landowner currently had believed that that was no longer assessed on the property. It's been mostly demolished. They sent me proof of that, working with the Department of Revenue to get that removed for however far back it needs to be. Another one, is a property owner here in town that there have been multiple attempts with the Department of Revenue to clean up. It's believed that they're already being assessed this property on their other tax ID number, but there are no geo codes to associate it with. So working with the Department of Revenue, and I'll visit with Linda today about that one with markers. Essentially, we believe this person's being double taxed. Yeah, there's a few other ones that I'm trying to work through, but we have over 200, I think, set up with our tax trust currently, and they have received the same delinquent notices. They will get the same notices even though they are making payments. Those ones I may ask if they'd like to leave off the list since they're making an effort to do those when it comes to the stickering of the writ of execution. So those I will leave up to the commission's discretion,
Do
obviously.
you have the model writ of execution, or do you need that drafted?
I will need that drafted.
Okay.
Yep. I can keep talking, I'm a talker. So does anybody from the towns have any question for the commission on what else I should be doing, could be doing? Or has been done?
I got a quick question. Any problem with, there's a couple of names on here that I know personally and well. Any problem with me contacting them or, hey, did you know this?
We're gonna send letters out through the town,
Right, I know that, but I'm talking about,
but
you know,
I just had South, I don't know.
So I have two. If I know them personally and I feel comfortable enough to, I mean, I guess you're taking a chance, but I always felt comfortable enough, and it was a snafu, like whatever, it just didn't come through the mail, they
thought the mortgage company was paying it on there. I know two of those.
Yeah,
well, we had a councilman, his name was on the original list at the very
Yeah.
beginning of this whole thing, and it was just a matter of, oh yeah, I gotta do that. And then, we all know how efficient the US Postal Service is.
Exactly, I mean, that's what.
You know, and just because because it got put in box 515 instead of 505 does not mean it'll ever end up in 505.
So Blaine,
I would just tell them what hat you're wearing, and saying, as a
Sure.
friend, I'm telling you this, or if you represent the town,
Yeah.
you represent the town.
Yeah.
No, you could be liability, you might want to
I
talk
don't-
to the
yeah.
mayor about that.
I agree, that's why I asked the question.
That was gonna be.
I have a question following that though for Scott is. A lot of counties do make people sign waivers that when they receive the delinquent tax list, that they will not use it for any kind of solicitation. Would that fall into solicitation of any sort, even if it is a collection, because that's usually used for like RML. They can't go door knocking
Yeah,
and
it's
say, pay me and I'll take care of it.
public information, you're just relaying information, but I would say potentially as your friend, unless you're, working with the
Mhm.
mayor on that.
Okay,
Working as-
that
doing it as
answers the
town
question.
council.
So what year are you putting liens on? Official, like
So-
how far back?
The liens, I can't go back and put liens on if I can't verify that notices were sent. So for
So-
50,
Like this property? Cause this is a huge tax collection right here. And it is
I would
a business.
give tax, I can go
I can
through
tell you
these.
who it is.
Yeah, I need their tax ID number, they have been in contact. But
I have it.
if they are back. If they have 22s or 23s due, they already have tax liens on them.
Okay,
Do they?
24s do not.
Because the one that you told me about, when you gave me the example,
Mhm.
I went over to the clerk and recorders and there's no lien on it.
So I don't know if it's a document that you can see.
Is
If
this
you-
real or personal property? We're talking about,
real,
This one is real.
real.
so there's not a separate lien other than
Yeah.
that list that she does. So
Mhm.
there's not gonna be, so if like a title company is looking that up, they ask for that list or whatever.
Oh, so they would ask her, not.
Yes.
So they'd go to the clerk
They have to
first,
list
Oh.
it.
but Ashley gives them the
These are all
list.
legal.
They'd have to,
Okay.
they'd have to
Okay.
add, it
So
wouldn't,
that's
it
what I
wouldn't
want
be
to know, that
stuck
one.
to the
So how are we?
recorded documents.
Yeah.
Gotcha, okay, that was my
Is she
bad.
working on
'Cause
that?
our-
Yes,
Okay.
she's on the tax trust.
Okay, this is the one that I'm talking about right here.
Yeah, so you can see they have tax lien, that's a
Uh-huh.
tax sale certificate number. If
Okay.
you're looking at your reports, there's, 1, 2, 3, section 3 going down. Those numbers are the tax certificate numbers for those years.
So how far back before the county's gonna say,
We're taking the tax deed
yes,
on reels, that's the next step.
that's kind of where we're at too, because there's some that, I mean, that one, when you have over $20,000 owed from one property,
Or 36.
yeah, I mean, that's something that,
That's the other thing though too, is that it has to be something that the commission would say, yes, we can do this, we can take this property, there are no standing issues with the property, or that it would become a liability for the commission or the county.
Some research, but yeah, do
And it would-
due diligence. and
It takes,
act-
is it, correct me if I'm wrong, 5 years before we would be able to sell it at auction
Yeah, but
or grab sale,
yeah.
5 years after?
On real property.
Mhm. But we do, I have
And
a,
there's redemption periods.
Is that like
in
a
there.
5-year deal for them to pay us their taxes, or?
No.
We just have to
It's
sit
the
on
ones
it for
they're-
5 years?
they have the same statute, which is a 3-year.
Okay.
Yeah.
so technically we'd have to wait 2 more years if,
Nope.
on that one, or,
Yes.
okay.
Oh, so it's 5 years from when they quit, when they're delinquent, not 5 years from when we
It is
take a property?
for, so this is the county hold, this is a time frame for when we can do things,
Okay,
county held tax liens. real properties with taxes delinquent for 5 years or more that have tax liens attached at least for 3 years, go to the commission. And then they have to do it, then you would do it by resolution, and thereafter, the deed search that we would hire somebody out to do that, the title company, and auction. So that process would start essentially in February or January,
To
sorry,
do that once and everyone will have heard of
and then auction
it, is, no.
September or March. And this is one of the things that I brought to the last meeting, but we weren't there yet, so. There's different MCAs for each type and process. Personals get something different, reals get something different for county. And then if it's an individual that wanted to take an assignment out, they have a different MCA for an individual.
So Drummond's largest amount owing, because that went back to 22. Then there would be another 2 years that it would take for it to go up to sheriff's sale.
Correct. Correct. I believe so.
Okay.
2 more years.
Yeah. And,
But in the meantime, with that, somebody can come in, take assignment on it, do
Yes.
that process, correct?
mhm,
And
yeah.
then they could have,
the taxes would be paid at that.
then they obtain that piece of property for the taxes, correct?
After
Yeah.
the redemption period has expired.
Right.
And they then send an additional notice saying that we are taking tax deed off on this.
Okay.
That person has up until the date of tax deed walking into that office and paying. We've had, since I've been in here, 3, I think, that were at that point. But also, if any step is missed in that, so at that point, the person took the assignment out, everything's been completed up until, the pending tax deed notice, published in the paper twice, the certificate sent to the tax owner. If it is not published twice and only published once,
It's
start over.
Yeah.
Technical defense.
Which-
Yeah.
Also happens, unfortunately. Was it last year? I had one of those happen last year. They had 2 properties to take out tax deed. They were only able to take one because one of the notices was not published.
Got it.
So which is what we run into for 2024. The notices were published in the newspaper. The notice of pending was not sent to the taxpayer before the time frame expires.
Right.
For there then to be the tax lien attachment. Start over and it happens a lot because there is such short and precise time constraints when it comes to the entity that's trying to collect,
Sure.
but the person that they're trying to collect from have ample days.
Most times those companies they do a lot, you probably don't see the problems. When some individual does it, you probably see some, they
Mhm.
don't know the steps.
Yeah, the one for tax due last year was a law office.
Oh,
They
well,
were.
okay. Good, good.
Well, shit happens.
Good to know.
So as of right now, I will bring a writ of execution list to the commission. And they will say yay or nay on each individual parcel. I think it would have to be a yay or nay on each one. Then that list will go to Rico. I'd like to have a sit down meeting with me and Rico just to kind of go over the process.
I think it's better.
Yeah.
Get him on board.
I don't know
Because
if he's done a lot of those at all.
And I also have heard from other treasurers groups that they can say no. It's not
Sure.
something that has to be done by the sheriff's office if they don't have enough manpower to do it, which thankfully I think they do now. And it can be a longer process. It doesn't say that the writs all have to be served on the same day, as far as I know.
Yeah, they're individual basis, I mean.
So how does that work, Ashley, when you send out a notice and then you got X amount of those notices back, but you gave it a good faith try to notice the person, right?
Well, so these notices are not really anything new.
Right.
I would just say that these notices are more detailed now than they were before. They go out every week. So I don't know what the timeframe would be.
So what I'm saying is if somebody comes in and says, well, I didn't get notice of that.
I don't
Um,
believe that. I've only
right,
gotten 30 back.
Right, but what's the legality of it?
There's no way that we can prove that they did or did not receive unless we send it certified.
Sure, and nobody could do that. It's way too.
I think if that goes to court and she says, we sent, our custom is we send them out to everyone.
Yeah.
And they say, oh, we didn't get it, I
Yeah.
don't think that's gonna be a
No
reasonable
biggie.
excuse.
Yeah.
But sending out the multiple notices and they're not returned.
Yeah.
That
Correct,
is the
yeah.
assumption there, that, yeah, they're.
Right,
they're-
well, cause we get notices back, but then we have people call
Mhm.
and say, hey, we're not on your sewer, we're, you know, we have our own.
Yeah.
Septic tank, well, no, you don't, cause you can't do that in the town, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, we know our specific area.
Yeah.
So,
And I mean, I'm definitely getting phone calls that say, you know, that this was sold in XYZ, but
Good.
there was no moving deck done, there was no transfer of ownership done. For mobiles, for real properties, some of it is address changes. And unfortunately, address changes are not done through our office. They are done through the Department of Revenue. And if the Department of Revenue changes it, awesome. But they've also had issues where it's reverted back to previous addresses from 3 years ago.
Do we need to make any motions today? To move ahead, like you said, with the stickers and that, you need anything? We got-
I think that's.
I get that.
Ashley's plan or whatever, so when those, the lists are brought and
Yeah.
deciding on whether to go through them, and then that would be a motion. But, I mean, Ashley's doing everything that she's statutorily required, and move forward with it.
Have you had a lot of the businesses paid in the last 6 weeks or whatever? There's a lot of businesses on that first one that were a year delinquent. Wasn't there?
I would say the majority, like there's a few businesses. I would say the majority are individuals. Vast majority are individuals, but the few businesses that I do know off the top of my head. I've had no contact from, for Drummond, there are two major ones, I've had no contact from them. The one that you and I are talking about, I've had no contact from them. Except for when I very first heard office, they did come in and they paid what was delinquent at that time.
Have any other comments on that?
I just wanna thank Ashley for doing that and putting that in the paper. When we sent out our delinquent notices that they got saying there's gonna be a lien put on it, that was when it, so I think that's what working together.
Yeah.
I got one
Thanks.
comment back, public comment.
I have a question for Ashley. These, like, there's one on here from 2013. You want me to show it to you?
I've got multiples on here for 2013.
Oh, the oldest is 2007, I think.
Yeah, I seen one that,
Yeah, that's the one
And then
I
it goes on
referenced.
to 24.
That's the one I referenced where I believe that they're being double taxed. And there's been work on it.
Are these just empty lots then?
Correct.
Well, there's probably only about 5 on this list that you can move forward with, isn't there?
You're showing me real properties.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess,
Real properties is a much longer process,
if you're gonna start because they haven't paid since 2013.
Again, that one is one that we're researching with the Department of Revenue, that we believe they're being double taxed, that those lots are already on a different tax ID that they're being taxed on and paid.
But the older ones, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Well,
The older
I
ones,
have one
remember,
more question. Because I've noticed on this list, there's a woman on here. She's being taxed for a trailer spot also.
Yep.
She only has a flat spot. To have a trailer spot, she would have to have electricity and, sewer and water hooked up to it. But does not, and is afraid to call the assessor and have him come look at it because people have told her they'll up her taxes. But I don't see how that's possible. She just got a flat spot there, no trailer spot, and it specifies in here it's a trailer spot.
Well, that's up to
She's
them
more
to
than-
figure
yeah.
that out.
I encourage anyone that has questions on why they're on the list and what is going, they are more than welcome to come into my office and I will take the time to go over things with them. I've done it for multiple people on here.
So she doesn't have to call the assessor and make an appointment. She can come up and talk to you.
She should come up and talk to me first, and if it's
Okay.
not something that I can't help her in my office, then I can point her to the right person to speak to. But that's all it is, I just need people, if they are having problems and they need help, call me, send me a letter, send me an email. I mean, I am happy to go through what they're assessed. If I don't have the answers, I'll reach out to the Department of Revenue and see if I can find them.
Well, I appreciate everything. I appreciate your work.
Thank you.
I just like to take the opportunity to say thank you. It's obvious that you're in this full bore and you've got the sideboards up and now you're underway. And I just am extremely respectful of your approach here, which is very thorough and good. And I sense that there's a degree of self-education involved in this for you. That's,
What do they say, the fire hose?
so I'm giving you an A on that. Yes.
Well, righty, I hate to, we gotta move
Yeah.
on. Any other quick questions? I think we're all on the same page. We just gotta keep going on that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It is good to hear that there's been so much volunteer progress from the public to correct their own individual situations.
so do we, next week, do we put on an agenda for like us and Ashley and Rico to get together and then to?
Well, I think they're probably just, she can probably get, they can set up their own, but I don't, we don't know all that time. I just let her.
I can update you on the meeting.
Get a whole report, sit down, that way you're not, yeah, we don't,
I would say that I would like a little more time
we're fine.
to do research on locations. It is a lot of digging. So I would not like to be on the agenda for next Tuesday for that list to bring to you guys.
Well, I just been talking to Rico about the actual sticker.
Yeah, that can be Blaine and Enrico,
Okay.
just to go through with the actual, following everybody's.
Have the list, so talk to Miranda and get it on the agenda.
Yeah, and I'll be filing an updated delinquent list with the clerk and recorder. It's not required. But if somebody were to walk in there and get the delinquent list that there was currently, they'd be 25 pages too long. So I'm gonna file a shorter version that does not include the legal description. If somebody wants the legal description, they can come to my office or send me an email.
Or get on to that.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ashley.
No, it's, I didn't know if a half an hour was gonna be long enough.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
You can send me that summary report.
The fire restrictions, I did Tuesday at 1. Jackie, I talked to her this morning, but that's what she's kind of going with too, nobody knows, so.
Everyone's still at one, the other counties around us.
Okay, the next one's a local government review study commission's requested use of county Zoom account, discussion decision. my opinion, they just do their own, they can get their own Zoom and then that way it's easier. They got a budget. No?
Well, Luke Filikowski, Secretary of the Local Government Division. It was kind of just an inquiry to see if we could, use that account. I mean, mainly when it comes to tech, I mean, I first approached Sarah about it, then Miranda, and she referred, me to you guys. So, yeah, just kind of checking. I mean, my original proposal anyway was just to use our budget for it, but wanted to look into that possibility.
Yeah, I feel that, yeah, you should probably just use your own budget to get your own Zoom. This is, we don't want to be giving our password out and stuff like that for our own. Zoom.
I think it's like the pro is like 13 something a month. What I'd say is, my advice is, yeah, have you do that, and then if you guys down the line have budget issues come back, and, you know, definitely don't want to leave you high and dry if you have budget issues and need ones.
So he can just call Zoom and set up an account?
Yeah, or,
Can we go through the?
or if you're working through the clerk and recorder's
Can-
office,
Clerk
yeah.
and recorder's office? To set up an account or his own account?
Yeah, I believe
And-
Sarah just told me that, you know, we get reimbursed from our budget, you know, if one of us just bought that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If they'll send a bill. Or.
yeah, if you sign up for it and you're paying for it.
Or you can use the
Yeah.
county credit card.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yep.
if, yeah, commission authorized you to credit card, then
Yeah.
you do that.
At work?
so Luke, on that note. Everybody decided the four-year for now until the elevator.
Well, everybody, but that would be accurate. It was, I believe Sarah, informed us that that's where we would be.
Okay, it was on, the commissioner spoke about it last week. And we looked at, they didn't want it in the commissioner's office because there's too many papers. They didn't want it in the elections office because of the election stuff. And the offices down in the basement are being used.
They
So-
don't wanna use the courtroom for.
And the courtroom,
Accessible.
the courtroom, pretty much, when we had that meeting, you didn't want to do that because of, accessibility.
Yeah, that and that it just hasn't been successful so far in that venue. Regarding the foyer, I mean, that was never really on the table for us. We did make a motion and pass a motion to meet at the courthouse, whatever room that may be, at our last meeting. We were under the expectation, I guess that would be either here or at the election office or somewhere downstairs. But I mean, we'll discuss another location. Probably, I don't think we're gonna wanna stand for it.
So what we can do is the janitor or custodian can set up a table. Near a plug-in and you can use the county's Wi-Fi. And like I said last, when we were at the meeting, that I'd make sure we have this out there for you to use. Try to make it as easy as possible until the elevator's up and running and then we can use the jury room.
Yeah, I mean, use table and chairs, correct, and the
Yeah.
Wi-Fi, so that helps, I guess, potentially there. But their decision on where they wanna be.
Well, I think that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Jackie?
I would comment on that. The town has offered their space for free. Has been no mention of any money coming from Zoom. They want to try to incorporate the two study commissions. And it's just much easier to meet downtown at the town hall. I don't know why they don't want to consider it.
I don't know that, I mean, if they.
I don't know. I just thought I'd bring it up.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. Alrighty, well, on that note, we'll go ahead.
So just one question on that, Jackie. What do you mean incorporate? Have the town and the
Combine
city
the two
incorporate,
study commission.
combine the study commission?
They can't.
Yes, they can.
Well, if by combining, you mean like meet at the same time?
That's what I
Yeah,
mean,
then they
yeah.
could meet at the same time, but they're doing, I mean, yeah, they're looking at two separate governments, so, but nothing is stopping from meeting at the same time, but it'd be their choice. Yeah,
In the same place.
yeah, it'd be their choice to do that or not.
An idea. Anything else on that? Okay, we'll go ahead and the contract modification between Granite County and Area 5. She said, Brian, you haven't talked to Brian?
Oh, yeah, so.
What is it?
He'll be on
Is
next
that
for
Area
this,
5?
right?
The money comes through here and goes to
Yeah.
hospital and then they have a person that takes over because county got out of it. We couldn't.
That's right, but they have to use funnel it through.
This is for those funds for the home aid program, and then next week would be.
We voted on it. It's a good deal. It's just, it's better they take care of it than they have the lady that works up there and we're,
Yeah, Rachel Johnson runs it, does a good job, I think.
yeah, I think she still does it.
Yeah,
I guess I just. We just need that sign on right claim that.
yeah, this is accepting that, like you did have done in the past, you have those funds available to pass through to.
So where
Hospital
does the
district.
cash matching funds come from?
The hospital on it, being that they took it over, cause that's when they had to get them shots and stuff that time.
Historically, I think this is just the same way that it's been run,
Yeah.
so there's no,
I know,
Yeah,
but
there's
we
no-
always paid out cash too. When I was clerk and recorder, we had to pay some out of the Area 5 fund back into the,
It's cause we overran it, Blanche, remember? We,
it was a match, and there was in-kind match. There's 335 have to be in cash and 1,000 can be in-kind contributions. On the last page.
talking to Sarah, how that's been done here last year.
yeah, I thought we got out of all that once we turned it over.
I would just like to know if this, is with the senior citizens also.
No,
Oh, there's
This is
a
area.
different.
no, this
contract.
is, the hospital care. Doesn't have anything to do with the actual senior citizens and their
Cause I
area.
know you gave them cash.
Yeah, historically, they've been given cash from Area 5.
No,
Yes,
not out of Area 5.
Got a fly warming in there.
yeah, cause they used to give them groceries.
Who did?
And then
That's the,
somewhere along the line it switched to cash.
who Area 5 gives them cash?
No, you and Area 5, is that a match?
My understanding is you've gotten funds from Area 5, you've,
It doesn't go to the, okay, Area 5 gets monies from the. Okay, the Haber senior citizens, the Drummond senior citizens all belong to Area 5. They get money from the county, but it's in their budget because they have a mill levy. So what I'm saying is there's a match fund for the Area 5, actual Area 5 fund for what the hospital does.
I'd have Sarah.
And we'd have to visit with,
Yeah,
Sarah?
It doesn't use silver.
well, with Joe Gilboy. So, yeah, and bring her in here and say, who pays that? So on the last page, because I know years and years ago, we used to have the county match was this amount of money, and so we would just pay that out of the Area 5 fund into back at wherever, when it was built.
I thought. I do remember that, but.
On this,
on his,
the required matching funds from the county, right? Where does that come from?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think we did anything last year for it. Before, it was always like for office space or.
So we have to have 335 cash and now, and 25% cash and then 75% in kind. Where I know before, years ago on the bill, we used to just pay and it was like $600 and something, we just send Area 5 that money.
Right, they would
I
send us
think-
a bill for that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't seen one of those and.
Well,
So that's what I'm-
transferred it over there, but I remember, yeah, we used to pay when we
Yeah.
were in control of it, cause then we could get mileage and everything else, when then people were going out. But that's why we took over that, but after we changed it to them, we never.
Maybe calling him.
And I think Blanche is talking about something separate. We
Yeah.
would get a completely separate
Yeah,
bill
separate
from
bill.
them.
Yeah.
For
County
like
match.
600,
But he
yeah.
did last year.
No, we didn't last year. I don't remember getting one last year.
But I do remember.
And I
that.
don't know, and I didn't set up anything for county
For
match
this is-
at all.
This is what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Should the hospital be paying that?
I think.
Should
so,
the 25% cash come from
From
them
them,
and the in-kind? Because they're the
Right, and
ones that are
they-
getting the money.
right, and maybe they are with them?
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's where the bill went last year and this just got stuck there,
Yeah.
but I do remember when we had control of the plans, we did pay that money. There was something about it, that way we could.
Yeah, our match
I'd
was,
say calling Joe Gilboy right now and see what they did. Do you have his number?
I do. It's on the bottom of this.
Call them, I don't.
You want
And has the county passed through, monies to the seniors through Area 5? No,
No.
okay, I was mistaken on
No, I
They did.
remember this was all separate.
Okay.
No,
We ran,
seniors, they get 1 mil.
that. Okay. good to
Yeah,
know.
each,
and we ran it, this Area 5, we ran it out of the, down there, Jackie,
Yeah.
and then then
right, Area 5 used to be underneath the county health.
there you get home on that, but.
I think I'm sure sign people for it.
No, we don't.
Hello, you have reached Southwest Montana Aging and Disability Services. Our staff is available 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Monday through Friday, and office hours are 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Please dial 9 to leave a message on the general voicemail. If you would like to leave a specific message for a staff member, dial 1 for Program Assistant Debbie Jackson. Dial 2 for Resource Specialist Cheryl Petersley. Dial 3 to reach our ADRC Specialist Skyla De La Rentes. Dial 5 to reach Ombudsman and ADRC Specialist Ashlyn Leba, or dial 6 to reach Executive Director Joe Gilboy.
6.
Please leave a detailed.
Long time coming.
Hello, you've reached the voicemail of Executive Director Joe Gilboy. I will be on vacation from June 30th through July
Yeah,
10th.
leave a message and.
I will, however, be checking my messages periodically, so please leave me a brief message. Be sure to leave your name and phone number, and I'll get back to you as soon as I return. Thank you.
hi, Joe, this is the Granite County Commission calling, and we have our, contract for the Area 5 for the County Public Health, and our question is, because of the fact that it goes through the county and to the hospital, who is supposed to pay the matching funds where 25%, $335 is in cash, and then 75% is in kind at $1,005? If you could give us a call, 406-859.
7023.
7023. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So we can do till we find out,
Yeah,
I think it goes all to them. They have to make that.
They have control of it, they should be.
They should be paying it. their income would just be. That's probably why we never got nothing, this just came through, so it goes through us to get to them, they have the incline. I think that's how it's set up.
All right.
I'm
So,
Yeah, see you.
Sarah, you were great.
Yeah.
so you can table this and then also have the agreement with the hospital district on as well.
On that note, we're adjourned for the day, thank God. Good job, everybody. Job, Luke. Thank you.